flight. Green queen, black queen, let's ignite. In the era where the Targaryens rule tight. Queen of the throne, steaming in the dark. Blackfish showing claws, dragons in the park. Kings letting dramas, secrets in the chambers. Serpents in the realm, only fire can tame us. Queen on the queen's side, hands blood stained. Promises broken, power unchained. But the black's got strategy, dragons in flight. Night means day, reign supreme by night. Queen on the queen's side, hands blood stained. Promises broken, power unchained. But the black's got strategy, dragons in flight. Night means day, reign supreme by night. Soulful whispers, crowns clashing bones. Medieval battles, blood, firestones. Queens of power, both fierce and hard. Dragons holding tearing lands apart.
Wagwan, friends, wagwan. Here we go. One more again.
I'd be like, oh,
back here for some more stuff. Yeah, I'm sorry. There were words there. There weren't supposed to be words there.
I was like,
I hit the wrong song. My fault.
And there's
sorry.
It might be me. Okay, here, let me mute it. Sorry, I think it was me. Perhaps.
All right. So, how are we, friends? Let me click over here.
Hey,
to
y'all.
the comments. You guys were in here quite a lot in here earlier. Appreciate you. JD, bruv, yes. Wish you could be around.
Oh,
We will see what we can do for a wrap-up discussion, though.
yeah, the episode's highly entertaining.
Where are the real Dragon's Edge? Sound off in the chat. Sound off. What's going on, John? Helena, how are you? Peter, Damon should have handed it. Look here. You know what? We gonna get the little Lord Oscar. We gonna get the little Lord Oscar. You hold on.
He's so
hold
cute.
on. Georgie, what is going on?
Let me get my IMDb up.
Yep. Get it up. Imagination Realm, my lady, how are you? We scrolling. I appreciate you guys being in here chatting while we were waiting. Tanae, hello. Glad you could make this one. And I saw some other people in here, but this is not scrolling down fast enough. Of course.
Just throw
Chantel, what's going on? Scott of Greywater Watchful. Are you like damaging the property over there, ma'am? What is happening?
It's the cereal.
What's it?
The high fructose corn syrup got in her.
It is your fault. The queen of fishes. Word. This is where we at right here.
Yep.
Listen.
Terrible. I don't know about that. 3 favorite scenes. Hugh talking about his mom. Corlys and Oakenfist. Damon and Viserys.
What's left of
I died.
Viserys?
Well, yeah, the ghost of him, as it
I
were.
wasn't quite sure if he was like in this world, if he was in. Yeah, I don't know.
I still want to peel him.
Aw.
There wasn't much left of him.
I want to
Thank
peel.
you, Scott. I don't. No, you can do that over there.
Peel him.
Oh well, welcome everyone. Fandom D Saint, what's going on? Just put a plant in your ear. Just a reminder. You want to talk some more dragon stuff after tonight, you can head over to DJ Wun Wun's channel tomorrow evening. You will find me, him, and Fandom there. Philly, what is going on? Lady V, how do? Oh, who's that chick?
Who is that?
That Shadowcat Becks. Who is that person?
Who is that?
He's gonna pull out a Grease reference.
Look what's
but
going
I'm not
on.
going
Ha!
Who's that?
These eyes.
to.
Lady Amy, what is going on? How do? Mina, hello. Lovely to see everyone. Momo Terror. I like that name and I love that avatar pic.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Welcome. My girl MaraCharese. What is going on?
Yes.
Going on?
Hello, hello.
Mhm. Indeed. We'll talk about it at some point in time,
Right.
but we're getting like hit in the head with shows right now, so we can only do so much. I look at this man right here. Was it looks? Damn it, Don. Isn't it past your bedtime, young man? Huh?
But listen, he's not wrong.
Once again, I will give a high five to my brother John and Ghost for the Fly as theme song that y'all just heard. Putting that together for us, this artwork that's behind our pictures here.
Like, come on,
putting in that work, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, the opening was amazing. It was
absolutely Cassie. Oh, go tell him. Say that again, Heidi. Say that again, please, so he can hear it.
The opening was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And
really
epic,
good.
and the music, and I was commenting or complimenting the backdrop as well. So amazing artwork. Congratulations.
There you go, sir.
Oh,
okay.
hi, Cassie.
You're going to take
Cassie's
these
here.
flowers and like them.
Hi, Cassie. Okay,
Yes,
she's not
hello,
gonna stay
Cassie.
long
Lovely to see you.
because she hasn't seen the episode.
Okay, yes. We don't want, you know, we're going to go full spoilers. So it's like a high and by. So we don't spoil anything for you.
Yeah. Cassie can join us on Thursday.
Oh, awesome. Excellent. All right, so let us go ahead and get going here. I love how people always come in and say hi to each other because we all be hanging out together.
Bruh,
I just like seeing the love. yeah. I think baby girl gone off screen. That
listen, last time we saw her, she was white, literally, and she was not white.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
She didn't get a cabbage in her quick enough.
Yeah, the cabbage very, like, didn't make it enough.
He didn't get home. He didn't get home fast enough. Told you he shouldn't have been standing there to do nothing. Hey, Whitney Davis. Lovely to see your face. Jake, what's going on?
Oh,
all right. So
there's a lot of dying off camera. Have you guys noticed that?
There has been, and I'm not for it.
It's like a Stannis. It's like I'm
hey,
triggered,
Dornish.
because of Stannis Baratheon.
I'm okay with it.
And I appreciate you for doing that, Dornish. Thank you, boo.
I'm okay with it.
I mean, we didn't need a whole big drawn out thing for Laenor, but just some little bit of acknowledgement, though. I think. I mean, more than Sea Smoke coming home.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but
I get it.
You know,
they didn't really have time for that.
Yeah, I guess Sea Smoke had always been like kind of between Dragonstone and and Spice Town. Like, I think they just were saying like, oh yeah, he does that, but I don't think he just all of a sudden appeared back at Dragonstone.
Well, no, I think appearing there more and like allowing himself to like fully be seen all the time, I think was because he felt the calling in the blood once Laenor was gone. And Shelly Love 97, hello, how do?
You know, it's funny, like the things that we get fixated on as a fandom, and then like, why aren't they addressing this? But then you know, it's like then they
but then like they kind of did. They kind of did though. Like, look, Sea Smoke, he right there.
Exactly. Like, you know, you can only have one writer, right? You have one writer, right?
Well, I mean, like, Rhaenyra's always going to keep up appearances that he's dead. So there's no question about it. Like, you know, but they obviously had been, you know, I guess Rhaena had tried to mount him at some point and failed. Which they brought up. So, you know, like, it's just something like that. I don't know if they're even like playing it off in the book, or I'm sorry, in the show, like that, you know, the writer has to die because
no, I think it's just like an understanding.
I think
because I'm very certain they've not had like dual writers at any point in time like that.
No, I understand that, but still, it's not necessarily like canon in the show, because then why would Rhaenyra actually like encourage Rhaena to like go mount Sea Smoke? You know, like that, you know, if it's really that, I mean, like, I'm not saying it's right. I just don't think it's like as much of a concern in the show. Like, they already like, we already jump with that one storyline, so we just have to look at the rest.
I hope not. I'm really like, I'm really holding on for hope and faith. Okay, you're not gonna listen.
Like, I think they're doing a pretty good job
down to the wire.
I'm holding that. At least they're doing all right.
I am holding my cross. I've got my holy water. I'm like, please.
If we
And I agree, Lady V. Yeah, that's actually a perfect place to start. Sea Smoke came out talking that hot shit because Silverwing, not Silverwing, Cyrax, she coming down talking her shit while she bringing Rhaenyra down. Like, motherfucker, who the fuck did you just bring in the house? We told you not to let nobody in the house. Who the fuck is this?
I had to put a whole conversation together with like
what we do.
Oh god,
I did the exact same thing. Why this is why we're friends.
I had to, because I'm like, what do you mean you found somebody? Who told you to choose somebody?
Who told you could bring anybody over?
It's so cool.
Yes, he smells like
Hey RJ.
5 fucking rocks.
Like, I saw him and I was like, that one.
But that one, I would have brought him yesterday, but he was running and I couldn't catch him yesterday.
I was tired
today.
I was tired. I had to rest. I had to chase him around the island. My feet hurt. My wings are burning. Oh my gosh. But I just like the fact that while Rhaenyra and Adam were having their conversation, the dragons in the back are like,
like as soon as Rhaenyra,
they were kind of like moving closer. Like,
yes,
you could tell. As soon as Rhaenyra like really started getting close to him, he stopped and he was looking like, wait, hey, Auntie, hey.
There was like, let me have this conversation.
Wait a minute.
She's talking. Let me get my question.
Is behind her like, look, calm the fuck down. We got to talk to him before we bring him inside. And Cecil was like, oh, okay, all right. I was just making sure. I
also like the fact that each dragon has its own individual sound.
Oh my gosh. I love that. I love that so much because you couldn't tell too much of their personalities in the original show, like outside of Drogon, because they gave him a little bit more personality and presence there. But the other two, they missed the mark on that. Here, they paid attention to all of us fan whining about it, so they made sure to listen this time, and I'm glad that they did.
John's asking why there's no subtitles. They do actually have, like, they'll say, one of them is calm.
Wait.
Or they're
actually, they didn't put the dragon subtitles up this time.
Oh no, you have
if I remember
do
correctly.
the English CC, like so the English closed caption, not just like English subtitles. You have to do the closed caption because they do have, like vermithor. Fuck it, I'm not gonna be able to say it.
You said it right the first time. Vermithor.
Like calming, and then like they help identify like certain characters speaking, like when they're speaking off camera. Yeah, so like it's English closed captions, not just the English subtitles.
Well, there you go, guys. For anyone that was wondering, make note of that when you put your subtitles on, and I suggest you always watch with subtitles.
Absolutely.
English CC.
Who in America is watching important shows with no subtitles? You guys are crazy.
Weird people.
That's why you guys are all confused.
Right.
I don't know who this person is.
I can't.
Put on the captions.
Otherwise, I'm hitting husband saying, "What did they say?" And then it drives him bonkers.
Exactly. Listen.
What did they just say? Rewind that. Did you guys ever do that? Rewind that.
All the time. I was real happy though to see how quickly Adam spoke up for himself. I was like, well, hold on, ma'am. Hey, I am here to learn. I need your tutelage, please. And I will bend the knee right here now. My queen, I'm here to serve. Teach me. But but nobody told you could go and take. Okay,
I didn't take no.
Take him nowhere. He came and swooped me.
I was scared.
I was minding my business, cleaning the boat, and then he ran while I was trying to have my afternoon tea, and I had to go up the trees, and he didn't care about them trees. He came and got me anyway. So now I'm here.
It's literally like peekaboo.
And again, you gotta love how while they're having this conversation, Cyrax and Sea Smoke are both having their little tits for tats. Like you could tell when Sea Smoke was like, "See," and Cyrax was like, "Oh, all right, okay, but you need to be talking to people first. You can't just go off willy nilly and doing shit. We responsible for y'all."
I see.
And you're like, okay,
I understand.
You know she said it.
I understand completely.
Indeed.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
But Corlys get on my nerves.
Eamon be wanting no smoke. Okay, you know what? Put a pin in that line because we'll get to that come the end of the episode.
But
Absolutely.
Corlys not saying nothing when they came in like, "Oh, it's a Dragon Rider." He was like, "Well, who is it? Who?"
See, at that point, I don't think he knew, but until that dumbass old man that needs to be smacked again started talking about, well, apparently he works for your house.
I'd be confused every single time he opened his mouth.
I don't remember. I don't remember his name because I don't care to remember his name.
I'm like, he's
Dude that gets smacked in the hallway. That's what I call him. Is it Crab?
Yeah, there you go. That's what it is.
The Celtigar.
yes.
Okay.
He needs to be slapped every time he opens his mouth.
Is it Celtigar?
Yeah,
With
Celtigar.
his
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sick of him. I'm sick of him in his
Why
mouth.
doesn't
I'm
she
sick
just
of
fire
him.
him or have her dragon eat him or something? She should
what I
have
said.
him out on the.
That's
the
exactly
pulpit or
what I
whatever they
said.
call it.
Fire him.
That word, that
Pop
fancy
him.
dancy word for where all the people were standing when the dragons were there. They have
The
a parapet.
yeah,
Weird.
stuff like that.
Listen,
A
somebody should just
pedestal. A
It
pestilence.
begins
A,
with a P for sure.
parapet. I'm just making a word
Podium?
now.
a podium. A podium.
Yeah.
Podium? Girl, we don't know.
I don't know. Literally all I heard was we were doing P words. I
would've put him
just
in the
threw one
front.
out.
Hey, Fonda.
Put him in the front. with
Yes,
the,
Amy, I totally agree.
They could have put him in a dragon rider, dragon keeper outfit. Just say, "Here, we have a job for you today."
Like, I just need every time he opens his mouth to say something, just slap him.
Hey, Daynard.
Just slap his ass. Every single time he fixes his mouth to open, just
Oh, he's
pop
day
him.
drinking.
No, like don't even
Makes
waste
sense.
that much energy. No, get Jace is all restless, stoic, whatnot. Give him what was it, a little slingshot every time he says something, just like pop a jelly bean at his forehead.
At this point, it's a game. Like, whoever pops him first, you get a prize. Like,
W Valerian, what's going on?
I'm sick
And I
of
haven't seen her name yet, but I heard her called out. Cousin, what is going on? Funda will return
Okay,
to us
question.
unless
What is
anything
this-
jumps
what
in the
is
way
this
next
lounge
week.
Music we're listening to. What is this music?
Oh, this
very
is
chill.
it's a little it's a well, let's see. Sometimes we have those pauses in the mix, and I like to make sure people are still entertained. So I had the homie James Dahl.
I don't
Put
have
this
any
tunes
of this.
a bit
I just
together.
have like many seconds of dead air.
Okay, well, StreamYard has background music, right?
No, I'm kidding. I'm just like
I was about to say you can do this easy.
Not Valerian Lo-Fi.
We have the
I'm
solution.
Beyonce.
Valerian Lo-Fi. You know what? I'll take it. Yes, indeed.
Ambiance. Yes, ambiance.
See,
Yes.
I'm so glad you guys enjoyed that because I really had fun doing that. It took me an extra 20 minutes to do the dragon stuff.
I didn't go watch. I did not watch. I was waiting until after we talked. I will watch it tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Be careful at work. Because
Oh,
you
yeah.
gotta laugh loud.
Mhm.
It's real funny.
Mhm.
People have to learn
I'm
to
sick
stop
and
watching
tired of
me when they're
Rainier's
eating
councilman,
food.
bro.
I was
Everyone
mentioning-
is sick and tired of her council people.
I was mentioning today about all the different, I don't know, are we going there yet with the dragon seeds and everything, and that it would be interesting if we did a 23andMe on everybody, like to see
Yeah.
where.
Oh,
And
I'm
then,
so
you know,
nosy.
If
And then
only
you're-
we could.
I'm
But then
so
again,
nosy.
no. I take that back. I don't want to because Jace
Yeah.
is already in like a little midlife
Oh,
I
crisis
don't care.
before his midlife already.
Yeah.
Okay, you
I
should know what
don't.
it is.
We don't need more of that.
Sir, you're a
It's
prince.
gonna be
Shut
like
up.
so messed up because they're so interbred, inbred
Yes.
already. Like,
Yeah, you'd be getting emails from like cousins and second cousins and half
who
brothers
are
and half
also your
sisters, and like
uncles.
everybody
Mhm.
would want to be having a reunion. Let's do it
Um,
together.
I
And
actually
he wants-
want to see it because I want to see how they put this tree together. I want to see your attempt at putting this tree together.
Yeah.
23andMe.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Yeah.
it's gonna look like the freaking Greek pantheon, man.
It's gonna be thrown
Like,
like,
I always said, the only ones
There's
that
some-
have a worse family tree
There's
than the
some Yeezy
Targaryens,
in
you have
there,
to
there's a
ascend
little
to
bit of-
actual
Listen.
godhood.
What are
it's gonna
people's
start like
messos
this
called?
and then be like this.
Associons?
Hold on, real quick. Nothing off topic for you guys, but just because it's easier for me to say this than type. Auntie Joey, if you're looking on YouTube where you see the comments coming up, I don't know what they did with their how they put chat rooms up now on live things, but you have to just wait a little bit and then you'll start seeing that come through. Click on the post the comment in that
John-
space, and then you'll be able to start typing.
John says the family tree looks like a pretzel.
Literally.
He's not wrong.
Or
He's
the
not
map
wrong.
of New York City, the subway system.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I know that map well.
Sir, I don't care.
Celtico is just nervous and overwhelmed. If
Then
he's
shut
nervous
up.
and overwhelmed, he need to go ahead and retire.
Shut
You
up.
can go home, sir.
Shut your mouth, sir.
You don't have to be here.
Shut your whore mouth.
I don't want to have to backhand you every time you open your mouth. So it's really probably best that we end this relationship here. You good? I'm good. There's no beef between our houses, but you got to get the fuck out my house.
I need you to sit down and keep all those words you want to come out internal.
To yourself.
Say them on the inside.
Send him to the wall.
And see, this is how slow the chat moves in StreamYard.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Hey, Fonda. Hey again, cousin.
My, because you might want to
Yeah,
get
whatever
the
you do.
picture.
Also,
Do not
Yeah,
get
yeah.
Aegon to do
I
a
might have to do
reference
that.
for you for a job. You do not want
there
to do
she
that.
is. Hey, Auntie Joey.
Yeah, you might want to try to get it up on your phone so you can.
I think
you can
I
see
will.
me.
Yeah. And also, fun fact. As I said, Fonda's gonna be back hanging with us next week, and it's probably gonna be few of my family coming through. And I heart all of them because they be over here listening to us talk about this random nerd shit while
Scott.
getting drunk, and I don't know why they do that, but I love y'all. So
Yeah.
yay! Now y'all get to talk to them too. Kyla B, hello, how do? Welcome. Thank you all for being here. And yes, Auntie, you are correct. Last night was crazy. Coming in after that. All right, get on, John. We'll see you next time, bruv. Be safe.
Bye.
Yeah. Can we just talk
man.
about Alicent really
Okay,
quickly
so
we
yes,
won't
where would
talk
you
about
like to
her ever
go?
again?
That was exactly what I was about to get into. This
Because I'm
little
tired.
also her midlife crisis. And nothing is clean here, bro.
I'm like,
It's just
Well, they got a
Yeah.
rat infestation in that because they killed all the
Well,
rat
I
cats.
do have a
So-
bad rat infestation.
So the Red Keep is
Well,
overrun.
and I'm sorry, guys, this is book spoiler territory, but they brought in Cat.
well, Otto brought in cats, right?
Well, yeah.
Otto's not there yet.
The bottle's gone. Mhm.
But in the timeline, he was still,
Yeah, that's what I
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Becks.
yeah.
That's why I'd be like,
Mhm.
wait,
Where is Balerion, the Black Dread, the cat that Ari is chasing in
I'm
Game
like-
of Thrones? Like, because that cat's been there.
Yeah, that's right. Wasn't the cat supposed to be like around during these times, and somehow the damn cat is
like-
immortal? I think the cat is Thackeray Binks, like time traveling
Yeah.
or
I
something.
mean, like, it's a little bit of, like, maybe like an urban legend, but yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
no, Balerion, he's the
And
top
there is always
cat
supposed to be a
from-
lot of cats around there. Yeah.
Yeah, but Otto is not there yet, so Otto's the one who did it. So that's why I'm like the out
Excuse me.
the out of orderness
True.
that they're telling
They-
us,
And
Mhm.
which I like because I'm just like, it makes sense that all this shit would be happening.
yeah,
all crazy at once. Yeah.
Yeah,
no one's gonna care about the cats as much as
lies because ma'am, there are rats on my table. I mean,
We
killed all
literally
the
just
rats.
talked about the cats, so I think
killed all the
I
rat
think
cats.
it's relevant that we
we
talk
need
about
a few
the cats.
vampires in the palace. A few vampires would take care of that. If you
Something.
Had
The
the staff,
last thing we need are fire-breathing Targaryens that are also vampires.
I need to get
No.
my life together and get
Mm-mm.
these rats out of my situation. Thank you so very much. Thank you so much. What? Really quick question: are we gonna
All
have
right,
a section at the end where we're talking about the trailer for the next episode? Did you guys watch that? Or no?
Time permitting, we can. I'm down for that.
Okay. I
All
just wanted to
right.
check. Real quick.
If you are you saying night because you're gone now? Probably, Mara. I'm sorry I missed it. Thank you for coming through.
Good night.
Hey,
She's
Lady
in her
Sydney, I see you
jammies.
out there, girl.
Mhm.
She is also. I'm fairly certain I still got Mara's links down there, ladies. If you want some nice boudoir to have rub against your skin when you go to bed, it's silky smooth. I have some. Go treat
Hate it.
yourself. You deserve it.
So I don't need to wear it. I can just rub it against myself.
Yes, and then put
I
it
mean,
back
if that's
in
what
the
you
drawer.
want to do, look, hey,
get it in the
I ain't in your bedroom. No judgment for me. You do you.
Yeah.
or laid
Yeah,
in the
you
bed.
do you,
with
totally.
either or. But yeah, I'm sick of Alicent. I just wanted to throw that out there. I hate this hoe. She over here whining. She gets on my nerves. She just got cut from going outside, but now you want to go by yourself with one guard to the.
She over here
Okay,
crying
whatever.
from
And
one
whatever.
little scratch.
I'm
Whatever.
sorry, that is the tiniest little boo boo ever.
And
Like he didn't even put a band-aid on it.
Yeah, like,
He's like,
if
"You be
she's
alright."
gonna, put some vitamin E on it for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Somebody call Lestat. No, do not speak that into existence. That is the last thing anybody need to give Lestat is a fucking dragon. No.
He's a rock star right now. I don't know if you've seen that.
See, you're filtering through that in your brain, Meeks. Stop it.
No. I see a question, but I don't know when you're gonna see it. So
okay,
I'm like,
go ahead, point it out. Who did it?
It's from Helena, and she's asking, did we figure out the coast thing that was burning? I think I did when I was just re-looking at stuff.
Okay, okay. Let's. Heidi, did you have anything to say about Alicent?
I liked her dress. It was very pretty, and I thought it looked
I
nice when she was swimming in the water.
I get it.
But
hey,
also her tent was way too small. A queen should have had a much, even though she's a dowager.
Hey,
queen,
Alice,
why
you got Sir Rickard out there, and all you got is that one little funky ass tent? You just have this man sleeping on the grass?
I kind of thought it was like, for a second, like the cut that they made, which I think was to like Harrenhal's somewhere like the courtyard.
It was.
I thought it was almost like
it was back to Larys.
Oh yeah, I thought it was like almost like one of those like Harry Potter tents.
Yeah, like a Tesla.
Right? And
it's the same thing.
Just the way like the cut happened, I might have been under the. Well, I was really tired when I watched the show.
I think we should go with that. I think we should go with it. It opens up into a giant bedroom.
And I would never want to be rid of you, Mara. Not ever. You can't go nowhere.
Get like her whole like eat, pray, love like spa day.
Come on,
she is so in her feels. Like, bitch, this story is not about you anymore, okay?
I wanted like a shaman to come up and give her like ayahuasca or something.
I was hoping that she would have like a vision or something while she was out there. Like, but nothing. She's just in the water being sad that nobody's listened to her, even though you knew the people you were.
Because the old guys and the new, they already know that she is on that fuck shit, and neither one of them want to mess with her.
Oh, and the Kingsguard, I don't know his name, but he seemed pissed he had to do this.
So Rickard, yeah, because he had to do it by himself. He said, well, let me go get some supplies, get some people. She said, oh, no, just you. So you had this man bring you out here as the guard, carrying all the shit with just one little horse. And you the only one that gets to sleep in that tiny ass tent. Bitch, you keep pissing me off and I don't like it. I don't care if you only get 5 minutes. You don't need those 5 minutes.
They didn't even have a tarpaulin or anything set up just to kind of, so they could have some chairs.
Does Mans even have a pillow?
Chairs.
Like, listen, earlier that morning, didn't they just get rid of 2 freaking Kingsguard for letting this shit happen?
Well, I would be like, I'm not doing this.
There's
when the camera cut from these two, that is where we cut to, is to Larys and Aemon being Aemon and getting rid of Aegon's homeboys that were on the Kingsguard because they get to go to the wall now.
I'm not sacrificing myself for this because Aemon would actually take your head. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not going to send you to the wall
and not give a good. I'm surprised he sent them to the wall at all.
Me too. I thought he was going to chop their heads off.
Yeah.
I thought for sure he was going to kill them.
I think it's because they're Aegon's friends.
Yep. Agreed.
I don't know
that's the only reason he did that.
Don't ever let Aegon give you a job reference. Like, seriously.
Right.
Like, burn that reference.
Poor guy.
Yeah. Well, burn might be a burn on Aegon. Sorry, Aegon.
I'm sad.
Yeah, I like they roughly rip off their cloaks. You're going to the wall.
I thought they were going to lose their heads.
At this rate, how many Kingsguards have they gone through now? Like, we're out of Kingsguards.
Quite a lot.
If they like shored up, they might have 4. Well, no, but that it would only be,
on a mission.
And that's being generous. All right, hold on real quick because I don't want to lose that. I don't know where the other half of your comment is, Sydney. I'm sorry. Like I said, over here the chat is extra. So, but for what you're saying here, it's a bit of a jump ahead, but I don't mind getting out the way now. That whole thing with Jace being in his feels, like, young man, I understand you've been bored and pent up. You only got to go on 2 side quests, and now you don't feel special anymore with it being more, as you say, low-born folks.
And he's been wearing the same outfit for 4 episodes.
He really has.
He needs a new
hold on. I actually understood Jace's points. His legitimacy is already in question, and letting silver-haired baseball ambassadors claim dragons could put him at risk. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It doesn't put him at risk because those bastards are already only bastards. You cannot, none of them can actually prove their lineage outside of that dragon. Jace is already recognized, has been recognized since birth. His name is in the lineage book. They can't, just because they have a dragon doesn't mean they can come up and say, I should be on the throne.
So, but just counterpoint, like, you know, when everyone's in war, like at some point, like, you know, you gotta account for like shit like really going awry. But like Hugh might actually have like physical proof that his mother is Targaryen. And like, I mean, granted it comes from a female line, like, you know, like, I mean, like Jace, it's not wrong. And it's also like crazy though, like they're just now addressing the fact that like Jace is Harwin's, like that he's a bastard. Like why
that's the thing. They already addressed it.
Why haven't him and Rhaenyra had that conversation? You know,
I was under the impression that they didn't need to. He's known this since he was a child.
But that doesn't like warrant them not having a conversation. Like
I think they do need to have the conversation, but the fact that she was like, it doesn't matter because I'm queen. Yeah. And it will never, like for her, it will never matter enough because no matter what, this baby came out of her vagina. So this baby is Targaryen. Now,
and now is his father the recognized heir?
The legitimacy of his claim is also based off hers, and like it was so easy for someone to take away the legitimacy of her claim. Like that's why they're fighting a war.
But she will always be
because they were lucky enough to have a boy. She would always still be royal.
But somebody later on can challenge him and like, you know, say like, look at him, he doesn't even look Targaryen, and look at all these other Targaryens.
That is true.
Like it's.
But his mom would carry. I feel like his mom would carry.
True,
I think getting into the weeds of that, it's more about like the conversation that he had with his mom about like, how did you not know?
Exactly.
And like, why haven't we had this conversation? And like,
yeah,
see, it's conflict. Hold on. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Hattie.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't know if it was you on social media who said that like he would eventually lead the small folk, like he would eventually lead the kingdom, and then to trash the small folk the way he did. Was that you? I thought that was really weird. He spoke very ill of the small folk.
That doesn't sound familiar.
Oh, okay. Sorry, it was somebody else on social media.
I think. Well, last night what I was saying is when he started coming off with all that stuff, I said, young man, again, you know where you actually came from, also, but you've been privileged enough to actually come directly from the heir through your mom, and then recognized doubly so through your grandfather. So for you, and you know, but he still knows his true origin. So for you to like really be looking at these folks and talking down on them like that, especially Adam. And granted, Jace doesn't know who Adam's dad is. However, we do. So it's almost like a double smack in the face to me. But Lady D, I heard you trying to say something. Go ahead, my lady, please.
I was agreeing with Costume. Hi, everybody. I was agreeing that it was like when he went in on the bastards, on the army of bastards, I was a little taken aback, to be honest with you. And I said this last week, and we had that that preview, and he was like, you know, and so anybody can, you know, claim a dragon. What are we? I'm thinking to myself, but bro, you're a bastard. Like, granted, you're a Targaryen bastard, but you're a bastard. And quiet as it's kept, you're just as much of a bastard as some of these people are. Because actually, you know, like if not Ulf, what is it? If Hugh the Hammer's brother are Viserys and Daemon, well, you're just as much of a bastard as he is. So it's just it's really, I don't know, it's like, you know, one generation removed. So it's like it's just interesting to me. Because it's like you went in hard, and I kind of feel like it's like, you know how there are people who really hate the things that they are.
Yes,
right? So like
that's what it is.
That they are that thing, or that they have or something, whatever. They just hate it.
Yeah, it's a lot of projection.
Yeah,
it's very Freudian. I think that's really true.
So
I would just like to interject really quick that chat room, y'all be out here in the shits with me, and I appreciate that. Because y'all know I don't like that bitch either. Continue, Lady D. I'm sorry.
What's the moon tea taste like, I wonder?
It's got to taste like bitter. It's got to be bitter.
Yeah.
Smooth tea?
So
I have
we know
no
what
idea.
It is.
Yeah,
we know what
it,
it's made out of. An abortifacient.
every time I've seen anyone drink it, they've not had a good look on their face. So it probably is gross.
Yeah.
I have to say though,
But hey, Lady D, I'm glad that you're able to make it.
Thank you.
Oh,
I have to say that Alan
Hey, Phil.
and Adam could be legitimized though by
Yes.
Corlys.
See, and also, can we talk just a little bit more about those two boys? I mean, because past this, they don't have a whole lot more to do in the episode. But when Rhaenyra, it's a bit of a jump back, but then jump forward. When Rhaenyra gets to him on the beach with Sea Smoke, she asks, like, how were you able to even claim this dragon? Who was your mother? Oh, well, she was a shipwright. And who was your father? He was
just
no
a
one
dude.
of note. This young man
consequence.
has been waiting to have something that he could go in front of his dad and say, hey, Dad, can you give me a hug? Look at me at least, please. A pat on the back, something, a handshake at least. And what the fuck does Uncle C do? He just walks in and says, oh, well, good job.
Exactly. Very much. Papa, can you see me? Papa, can you hear me?
That's actually for
I don't
Corlys.
want to have beef with you, Uncle C.
For Corlys, that's a huge compliment. And his wife just died.
I don't like
maybe.
that.
Okay.
You guys should check the private chat for the moon tea. I found it.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
No problem.
Moon
Corlys
tea is made of
Corlys is a man of
tansy.
few words.
But, I don't know about that one. Moon tea is made of tansy, which I don't know what tansy tastes like.
What is it?
Wormwood, pennyroyal, mint, and honey. Oh, maybe it does have an alright
had
flavor then.
Pennyroyal.
I mean, mint and honey usually taste good. I don't know what pennyroyal is.
It's an
Dang.
herb
Interesting.
in our world.
And wormwood, God.
I was gonna say, isn't wormwood a thing in
They
our
are
world
killing
also?
you today,
Yeah,
Becks.
no, it is.
Wormwood?
I'm not, like,
Those words are attacking you.
Well, at least they got absinthe right. Wormwood is what they make. What absinthe is made out of.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Oh wow. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
So
Pennyroyal
while you're
tea is an
aborting the
abortion
child,
tea.
you get to be high too. Okay.
I feel like,
You
though,
need to.
It's also, it might be also used because a lot of things that are used for abortions are also used to bring on labor. Maybe that's where I know it from.
So maybe it
forces you to go into
speeds
labor.
up the process. Yeah.
Yeah.
We try to actually science stuff out sometimes, y'all.
We
Sorry,
science
don't
it.
mind us. We'll get back to the
Science
to the
the shit out of
topic
it.
now though. But yeah, Uncle C, I got a little bit of beef with you about your sons, man. Okay, you got one boy with his tall strap. We still have not thought up a name for this kid yet. We don't know what we're gonna call Alan. Chat room, toss out some nicknames for Alan. You know how me Meeks and Lady D's vernacular is.
I've been
Toss something out.
thinking. I haven't had anything yet because we haven't really
I
seen
haven't-
them in action.
I haven't thought of anything
He's
better
a
for
good
Adam
runner.
than Milli Vanilli.
He's fast.
That is true.
Oh,
Adam-
that's funny.
well,
you should say Milli
Adam
Vanilli
is
because I
fast.
thought that actually.
He looks exactly like him.
That has been all the rage. That has been the biggest meme about him this season is Milli
Yeah,
Vanilli.
he does. He's very
And he does
handsome.
look like that young man.
And
Yes,
Adam,
indeed, he does.
Adam, I just call Alan. I just call or Adam. Alan. I call him father because he's father on.
Oh yeah, on
Raised by Wolves.
Raised by Wolves.
He has like the most magnificent nickname in all of Ace Block history, but
What is
We're
that?
not there yet. Yeah,
yeah.
Okay. That's right. You're right. My bad.
we're not there.
We'll
yet.
hold that off for later.
Yeah. Hopefully they actually use it. I want to hear it.
Milli Vanilli.
I want to hear it. Giggity.
Hear what?
I want to hear them use his nickname later. Like, I want to hear it. And I want to hear him say it because he's got that voice. Say it.
He does.
Say it.
Alicent wasting resources at that point, dude. That's it right there.
Yeah.
You probably took the most capable Kingsguard out there
And risk his life.
because we know Aegon wasn't doing shit with the rest of them.
Because if
Yeah,
something
who's
would
guarding
happen to
the
her.
Who's guarding the palace? Poor Helena. She's like, her kids
There's
are
like
like
that
at risk
one guy
again.
outside Aegon's room, and he just has long hair. We also saw him when Crispy sent what's his nuts to Dragonstone.
I'm
If
just-
only we were that lucky, John.
Payment?
I just
Sorry.
want her to go away. I just want her to be in her room.
But yeah, there's a guy with long.
Mhm.
Oh.
And we haven't seen the kid since episode, what? Two?
Which
the one
kid?
that's left?
Yeah.
Like, what happened to you? Put the baby in the closet? What happened?
Doesn't the Red Keep?
Oh
have
yeah,
an
it's
attic? Can't
it's
we lock her
Joffrey,
up
isn't
there?
it?
No. I'm not talking about
Jahara?
Yes, Jahara. Like, where'd the baby go?
Yeah. we haven't seen
Oh,
that. I
well,
mean,
they
we
haven't
barely
shown
saw
Helena. Yeah, they haven't shown
saw her.
Helena, and Helena is always with her baby. So
Even the last time we
and
saw
we ain't seen
Helena.
Helena. We ain't gonna see the baby.
We saw
She was in the room. We didn't see her.
Yeah. I don't remember like when she saw the crickets when she's like, this one's not singing. But I don't
Right.
These little,
I don't
little
remember
teeny,
the kid.
teeny tiny little cages. They're like so little. They're like
Yeah.
She needs something to keep herself occupied.
Yeah, I'm just like,
And you're right there, John. Yeah, Rhaenyra can legitimize them, but she needs to know that they have to be legitimized first.
exactly.
She's not a mind reader.
And he's not saying nothing about it because he's like,
Exactly.
And there's no blood test.
Like, dude, yeah. Like, seriously, Uncle C, you know what? For real. Say that again, Lady D, please.
Throw that out there. I think Massaria knows when she was giving him when she gave him like the little scroll or whatever. The way she looked at him, I was like, oh no, you know.
Mhm.
You see it.
Mhm.
You see
She
the
would
reflection,
have to know.
you know, because she was like,
She would, yeah. Mm-hmm.
damn minute. And then she just like, go ahead, take this scroll. Like, she's secretly like, I'm really enjoying Misery, as they called her in the
Misery,
book.
as they call her, Lady Misery.
I really am enjoying her because she has such a much larger role to play in all of this than what we read in the books, and she's freaking
Mm-hmm.
she's smart and she's tactical.
She is.
Do we feel like she's got, I mean, besides intel, do we feel like she's got some kind of magic abilities? Like, I know in the book, I think she did, but does she have some kind of, it seems like she has a bit of clairvoyance or something.
I don't.
I
is
just
it-
feel like she's
or
really
just
good
maybe
at
I
reading
think
people.
she's-
I think she's really good at her
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
Knowing the
It's
small.
gut-
What is the
good
name
gut
of that?
instinct.
What is the name of that TV show? What was it? Psych? That was out on TNT or TBS many moons ago. I think
Yeah.
it's that exact same thing. She's
Mhm.
just a master at reading people and paying attention to very small details.
And listening to what folks are saying too.
And-
Like
Right,
just,
truly
you know,
listening, right? Not just
Literally.
taking it in. Yeah.
Yeah, she might
I
have
agree.
already heard that maybe like the sea snake has
Mhm.
masters.
Mhm.
hmm
You know.
Absolutely, yeah. Because she was in the spy network
Yeah.
last season. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sure she
mentalist,
has
that's
all
what
the
I was
tea.
thinking. Mentalist.
So,
the mentalist, that too.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have a question for everyone. Have you found it
Go
a
ahead.
little odd that, well, the last two episodes when Corlys has officially been hand, like,
hmm
I found it odd, not one, that, like, other than, like, you know, him saying, like, yeah, we gotta wait for the queen before we make decisions, like, he keeps going back to Driftmark. And it's like, how long, like, how much time is passing? And then, like, he's never with Rhaenyra one-on-one. They have no conversations. She's always with Massaria, and I guess, like, Jace is the one that's taking, like, the issue with her. But I just find the fact that, like, Corlys and her and Rhaenyra haven't, like, interacted, like, I find that annoying.
I feel like he's maybe avoiding her because then they would have to have the hard conversation
hmm
about his wife,
Mhm.
and he doesn't want to do that. And I feel like he's like,
Yes,
we got shit to do. I just can't right now. And so
Right.
he's just
I
avoiding
guess-
her at all
I
costs.
guess
exactly.
I even saw, like, a little bit of, like, his hesitation. Like, right now it just feels like a plot hole, which I just find, you know, like, you wanted him to be your hand, like, why haven't you had a conversation with him yet?
She also hasn't talked to anybody. I think the only person she's
Yeah,
talking to is Massaria. At that point, she should have made Massaria
Mhm.
the hand.
But even, like, why Corlys isn't, like, concerned about it, like, there's just, like, I mean, it's all plot hole stuff. There's a lot going on. Like,
I hate to say this, but I think the reason why she
Well-
shows Corlys as a hand is because she can't get the council to listen to her, and
Right.
or the other women. Even Rhaenys couldn't get them. So I think she thought, okay, I'll
Mhm.
get a strong hand who happens to be a male. That's what my thought is. Plus, he has a lot of money.
And it does work because he does kind of wrangle them in a bit. But I just feel like he just doesn't
Mhm.
want to. He's avoiding her on purpose. They're avoiding each other because they don't want
That's
to do it.
interesting.
It's grief.
I think she needs his ships. She needs his
Yeah.
ships.
yeah.
His ships and money.
True.
She needs
Well, I
the
mean,
ships.
she
She
had
needs the
them.
fact that Celtigar and those other houses are actually vassals, right? Like, it's a package
Mhm.
deal. So I think she's like,
Mhm.
definitely, people respect the sea snake, but more than anything, like as long as I have the sea snake on my side, I have the naval power. Like, think about what it would mean for that blockade to be lifted for King's Landing. Like, that's a huge win for them, regardless of anything else. But I agree that I think maybe they're both avoiding each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually,
And
Lady D,
I
what
can
you were
totally
saying-
understand why they would.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Heidi.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying to what Lady D is saying. Somebody was asking, like, how is Rhaenyra able to get all the food and everything to King's Landing, and it's because they control the blockade. So, like, if she's got Corlys controlling the blockade, they can release a bunch of the food, right? And so that for sure. And that actually reminds me of the dragon seeds, because we were talking about like lowborns being able to claim power. But if you don't have the coin, if you don't have the money, the finances, then it's going to be difficult, I think, right? So having the money as well, it helps to her cause, I believe.
There was also one thing that I did see someone had made a meme about. They were calling it I think they said it was a plot hole, because how is she going to have all of those ships unmanned actually get to the shores? Well, they probably weren't unmanned like all the way from Dragonstone. They were probably towed and then set in that direction.
Yeah.
It's a very easy thing to do. It doesn't require any genius level thinking to make that happen. And her banner is on all those ships, so everybody, of course, is going to know where it came from. Yeah.
Yeah, and they have smaller boats. Like, those are big ships, right? So the big ships all have smaller boats that would, be able to offload a lot of the produce and everything like that.
That part right there.
It would be.
There was somebody. Also, shout out to everyone that hopped in the comments after the watch along last night. Appreciate y'all. Had some good conversations down there. And if you haven't seen that, go watch it. I promise it's hilarious. Alice, so I forget who it was. I would have shouted him out. I'm sorry, I didn't write the name down. If it would have been Highborn, that poses an even bigger problem. That's when Jace should really be upset, because look at Lord Darkling for just that. He was singing all the graces and thank you for this opportunity and blah, 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 blah. But then as soon as he got in front there and he thought he had already won the prize because it was being given to him, he just switched up real quick, like, I did this. Like, you really could have did this without Rhaenyra's leave, or if you were just strolling along in a park somewhere, you could have walked up to this dragon. No, you couldn't. And that's why you got roasted. Because Sea Smoke could see right through your bullshit. Jace, I think, is I think it's a bit of his nipple baby and insecurity feelings coming to light. He's worried about the wrong thing here. A dragon doesn't automatically make you an heir. But
I guess, like, even just going back, like, you're like, it doesn't matter, he's legitimized, but it's also like, but yeah, he's because he's a bastard, and like technically, like, I guess the whole situation was treason, even though like it weakens his claim, just period. Like, but it also doesn't excuse, like, it's kind of like, yeah, but you kind of started this, dude.
Exactly, like, sir,
you started it.
Where'd the idea come from?
Yeah,
chill mouth.
There was something in the episode too about people who are highborn, who are, because I think I've said this before, like, why wouldn't you just fly off on a dragon and get the fuck out of town? But it's because of honor and duty, like, and then so highborns believe that they have this honor and duty to serve these roles, and and to follow what their parents tell them.
God.
Yeah, or from God, exactly. Whereas the lowerborn, they don't have any sense of duty. I mean, maybe it's just sort of like, again, the 1%ers kind of looking down on the 99%ers. Why would you want to do that?
It's like mediocre white dude energy, like
yeah,
but like like as a royal, but also like him being mad at Rhaenyra, I think is called for, but like the initial word for like what was really like the thing.
I get it, but like, sir, we're in the middle. Like, what can you do? Like, you and your mother technically shouldn't be leaving.
Oh, hold on. We got a celebrity in the chat. Aemon fucking Targaryen done stepped in to me, the Lord Commander AK's chat.
You'll be alright.
Let me tell you something, Aemon. Aemon.
Aemon. Yeah.
One Eye.
Amond.
Yeah. Aemon.
Whatever the hell else you want to call yourself. Don't be starting no shit. Won't be no shit in my chats.
And boy, can he ride a horse?
Listen, that scene when he hopped
Like-
up on the iron.
I mean, look.
Jesus, Aemon.
I mean, you got some skills. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Look, Lord Commander sees your game, baby
like,
boo. I
well-
fucks with some of that shit. I get it. I understand.
How
But don't
long
be
did he
coming
fly
here
down
with
those
that.
stairs? Because he was on the second floor
And-
in the council meeting, and he just like.
It was like an
I thought
Assassin's
he just,
Creed
like-
moment.
He could have
Just
done
right.
a Princess Bride thing and just hopped off the balcony right onto the horse. That
I need
would've
to
been
see the
even
behind the
cooler.
scenes on that. Like, sir, did you do that in one
Vinegar
swoop? Did you
was
have to
too far
practice?
away.
Just
Also, real quick, just bit of housekeeping for any of my first-time watchers that may be in here. That was not me talking shit to a random person. That was literally joking at all.
No, that was Aemon.
I'm always happy to see new names. Thank you for being here.
We know
Aemon,
it's him 'cause
appreciate
he's got
that.
an eye patch.
exactly.
Indeed, of course. Who else could it be?
Clearly.
Yeah, he didn't say her name, Daynard, but I think that's what most of us that know that part of the backstory agree
Yeah,
upon.
it has-
Because she's the only one that makes sense. It has to be Sarah.
That's so
I feel
cool.
bad for his wife.
It was
Though.
so cool.
Do you think he'll call his
Mhm.
wife to Dragonstone to come and meet him, or is she done? She lives with
I
her
don't
brother.
think he's gonna get a chance to. But I will say, actually, in speaking with his wife, I think again, this woman is speaking all of the facts and wisdom, and you are still not listening to her. Specifically, this is a Chekhov gun situation. Y'all put an asterisk by this in your notes for next season. She said she did not want to be a lady. She don't care about rising up or getting better stationing or whatever. More importantly, though, she also does not want to be a widow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And just like before, you're ignoring what this woman is telling you.
Well, I feel like
It
she
didn't end
just
well the first
recently
time. How you
lost
think it's
her
going to end
kid.
now?
Like her kid literally just died. So she's like,
Yeah.
listen, dragons are dangerous. They're hot. They're big. They're huge. There's no like real
Like,
100%
can
chance
we
you're
just
gonna get
leave?
one. Like right now, it's like you're leaving here to die for me because I don't know if you're coming back, and I'm by myself now. I can't take this. I don't
noticed
want
we
to.
didn't
I
have
can't.
anybody. None of the dragon seats had to sign waivers or anything. Did you notice that when
The
they got
waiver
off the ship?
was
There was no signing of a
when
waiver.
she was like, "May the odds be ever in your favor,"
Yeah.
and she left.
You know what's so funny?
I
You
mean,
should say
look-
that, Meeks. I was thinking it was
At
kinda
least
like
she
the Hunger
warned them.
Games. It was like they were in.
At
they were
least
in
she
the
warned
arena.
them.
She did. She was like, "Y'all
She did
go in
warn them.
here.
She gave
It's gonna
them
be
the
hot, and you could
speech.
die, right?" So just letting you know, there's 2 dragons, and there's 35 of you. It's like top model. I can only have. I have
If you're
one
not,
picture.
if you are chosen, then cool. You
get the
will
rose.
be transformed. You will be changed as any person that faces a dragon would be.
That
But
Cobalt
if you
contract,
not, you could die.
$100,000.
I just want to let y'all know that. So the door right there. If y'all really want to go,
I'd be in the back.
then you can go. But
I'd
there
beat it
was a
out.
dude in the back, and he was the only one with the balls enough to come first.
No. I mean, I would be in the back. Period.
So you could run.
Yes.
Escape. Yeah.
I'm not going first. Absolutely
I
not.
understand that.
That was Silver
and-
Dennis.
I'm trying to
How
figure out
old to
what
the
would be
mother of
worse,
the realm,
to be
mother
burned
realm.
alive, or to be eaten, or to be burned alive and eaten. I was trying to think because there's one person who was burned and then eaten. So I was thinking, which one would be better? That might have been a saving grace.
There was a few of them that got barbecued.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Dragons must not have taste
I
buds,
take
because
burn. Or I'm sorry, take Eaton.
Yeah. Husband said dragons prefer charcoal food.
charcoal meat. Yes,
Charcoal meat.
Correct.
Husband said yes.
Mhm.
I'd just be in
Correct.
the back. I'm gonna work in the kitchen.
right.
Or run
You
up to the
done
balcony.
good job, kid,
Wherever the
bro.
queen
Serve my
is.
queen in the kitchen. I'll
By the
pour
way,
your
how
drinks.
many Kingsguards have been torched by the dragons? We know how many we lost at King's Landing, but how many did we lose on Dragonstone? Seems like a few have been torched.
Well,
I was
think
gonna
they
say
were
just one, but then I lied. I remember that
They
they
were
caught at the door.
Yeah, I think they were
And
just
everybody.
guards.
Okay, because I'm like,
Yeah,
they were
yeah,
caught.
those were just regular guards because Aegon was not supposed to be out there, so they were all at the Red Keep. And you know what? Yeah, absentee father of the year, Uncle C. Like I said, I don't want to have beef with Uncle C. I like him,
Mhm.
but you're wrong here on this issue. You
notice
really
that
are.
Adam or Alan is now dressing like him. Like I'm like, what's going on here? Now they're dressing the same.
Listen,
So-
it
was
looks
a
so
little
good
bit like
though.
it was a
I
little
thought-
bit uncomfortable for me.
One thing I really loved about this episode is like you could see all the colors of the costumes.
Yes.
Mm,
Like
Yes, it's
Becks.
vibrant.
Simon, Sir Simon's
Mhm.
The best.
Oh
That
my
man is funny.
God.
I love him.
He's the best.
No, wait, hold on. Who said Sarah was? Who said Sarah was a bastard?
No, she not.
not
She
a
was just
bastard.
disowned.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, she wasn't a bastard. Did
He's the
somebody in the
bastard.
chat say that?
No, he was the bastard.
He's the bastard.
Yeah.
No, Hugh is the bastard. Sarah,
she's
no, she just got
disgraced.
tired of her brother's fuck shit, and she just hopped off and went to Lys. I think is where she ended up,
She got tired of her dad.
and she
trying to
damn
tell her
near
what to do,
damn near running Lys.
and then she was like, "I'm out." 2 tears in the bucket.
Yep.
I think it's weird that he was Sarah's daughter. I'm just gonna, because she was all the way over in Lys and then like had her mini empire in Volantis. What would be the point of you coming back to be lower than middle class in King's Landing when you could just be in Volantis with money?
To do it on his own.
Mm.
I have people who do that.
Her.
I have people who do that, who will sit there and be like, "I'm not taking anything from my parents. I moved across the country," and I was like, "Okay, so you know that you don't have anything in Florida, but you went to Florida to try to make it on your own, and now you're struggling." But I'm doing it myself. Okay, all right, well,
There's just a lot of
Congratulations.
really, really terrible parents in this show. Like, I mean, except for maybe Rainey's might have been a good mom. There's a lot of really bad parents. This show is about
Denise was
bad
the
parenting. I think that's what it comes down
He
to.
wouldn't even go to Tumbleton to save his kid. So, like, of course he's not going to.
No, whoa. That's leap.
no, it's not. It just happened.
We get
No,
four.
it's not. No. She's saying that he didn't go to Tumbleton to save his kid because they closed the gates. They waited a day,
Okay.
Yeah,
and then he was
okay.
like, "Oh, I'm going to go
Yeah.
now," and they closed the gates on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just
Okay.
happened.
Yeah.
Like, he has a pride thing. That's like why he's
Mhm.
not like.
Because
yeah.
if he would have left,
like yeah,
it might have made it.
Yeah. Well, and it's also
All right.
why he left his mom. Pride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I do agree with what you're saying here, Valerian. Yeah, Auntie Nisi did try to tell him,
She did. I don't understand
and
why.
and
he took so
even
long.
now, I don't get why he hasn't let it slip. I mean, the one thing I will say that I did like is that he did go and give Alan the choice, and Alan turned him down, much like Bela.
Well, poor Alan. I
So,
don't even know what
yeah.
would happen to him if he had tried to claim a dragon. Is that what you're talking about?
I thought he was going to, because when everybody was loading in the boats, he was standing there.
Yeah, but he was just loading the people in the boats.
But I guess he was just helping them load. Yeah.
I
By
think
the way,
it was
there
great
was a
foreshadowing.
character there.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry, Lady D. Go ahead.
I was just saying, I think it was great foreshadowing because he tried to give it to
Mhm.
Bela, and Bela was like, "No, I'm blood and fire," and he's like, he tried to give a dragon to Alan, and Alan was like, "I'm salt and sea. I don't
Like,
want anything else."
Part.
And I'm
That
like,
part.
Oh, that's great. This is awesome
Mhm.
I
foreshadowing.
want to
This is
push
cool.
him. Like, you need an heir.
It
He just
really
told
is.
you he's salt and sea. Hello, put 2 and 2 together.
Great.
Go to Rhaenyra and be like, "Listen, we're in the middle of a war. I need to legitimize it so
Mhm.
he can take care of my shit in case stuff goes sideways."
Continue my
Exactly.
Own house. Yeah. That's
Exactly.
Great. That's great.
Trash.
Like,
I'm just-
again, and that's the thing with the dynamic between Rhaenyra and Uncle C right now. Meeks, I think you called that right. They're avoiding each other because they don't want to have the extra tough
Conversation.
situations.
Conversation.
I do agree.
Secret says the new writers are just burning time. Is that a pun? Are you making a pun there?
Kind
I-
of, because
they were-
They
I
will all
did
die
see
eventually?
this episode as a bit of filler, especially how they ended it.
Everybody
It's,
in the filler. Y'all gotta learn the definition of filler.
I wanted a little more. I wanted
still
more.
not
I didn't
filler.
get more.
Filler is
They
stuff
gave
that
us
you
some
put in your
stuff, and
face
I
when you're
said
getting
that-
cosmetic surgery.
Like, y'all gotta learn the definition.
They
of
did
filler.
give us some good juicy bits.
All of this is story related. Everything they gave us.
I thought it was
story
still bit filler.
related. Like, y'all gotta understand what the definition of filler
I
is.
understand.
No, you don't. 'Cause
My
you're
lady, whoa. Shout out to the homie Khaleesi Clues. And again, if y'all have never seen this young lady, go on over to her channel and check out them
Thank you.
vids.
Like, filler.
Please, thank
is
you. Mods, if
when-
one of y'all could grab Khaleesi's link and pop it in the chat for me, please, I appreciate y'all.
Filler is if we were here and then all of a sudden we had a flashback to Daemon playing kickball with his brother Viserys
This
when he
is
was little.
hilarious.
That would be a filler. Like, why the fuck are we here?
Ma'am.
This is not. This is just like story building. This is like putting pieces together.
Slow. It's just slow.
That's all it is. It's just slow. So it's not filler. Like y'all listen, as an anime head, you have no idea what filler is until you're watching 36 episodes of nothing to do with the plot at hand. Shit.
That Avatar. There's like 3 Avatar episodes or 2 Avatar episodes where they're like at the beach town. Remember
Why?
That
Why?
It was just like,
why are we
is
here?
this happening?
That is a filler.
With anything. Why is this happening?
The middle of the Great Ninja War, we're going back to elementary school.
It's interesting because the showrunners, they're doing them it's like episodic, right? But then you also want to have it so that it's a package, and then when you go to rewatch it, it sort of feels satisfying as a package. So I think I'm going to have a different, I don't know about you guys, but I feel I'll have a different experience when I watch it all together. Yeah. I'm feeling like I might even go back to watch season 1 and watch it the whole thing through, because a lot of people have been saying that they thought season 1 was way better, and I'm like, I don't know about that. I kind of think this is a really solid season, but that's my opinion, maybe.
I feel like more is happening this season that's important as opposed to last season, because last season was just a lot of setup. Some of the stuff, like as much as I love Viserys, we could have had a 20-minute spiel on him being like, yeah, he was too scared to put his foot down. He was a bitch king. The reason we are where we are is because he's too bitch to put his foot down and be like, I said what I fucking said. And we had a whole season of him being like, well, I did. And so there's nothing permanent. And now that we're into this, it doesn't matter what he said. All of that shit with Viserys,
he's low key.
Doesn't fucking matter at this point in season 2.
Yeah. He's low-key what the hell is his name? Tytos Lannistering the whole of his reign.
Yeah.
Being ridiculous and trying to hold on and coast on the legacy that your grandfather left you.
Yep. And
I got Chantal's comment up here because I just got a good chuckle out of that. Alan the Stallion. I mean, should we change Milli Vanilli to Alan the Stallion?
That's good.
Oh wait, no. Shit, Millie is Adam, not Alan.
Not
yeah, I know. I get them confused. Adam.
Listen, so I'm just like I can't.
Thank you for tuning in, Khaleesi.
I just feel like, and that's why Alicent is like floundering, because she was so important last season for setting up the shit, and now she's not important anymore. So all that shit she did from episode 1, 2, and 3 doesn't even matter.
And now your watch has ended.
Come on, she put herself in a position to be ignored. Ma'am, you should have known what it was. So now you're sitting here being like, nobody's looking at me.
I was saying on social media, though, if I were her, I would totally fuck up Aemond. Am I allowed to swear on the stream, by the way?
I've been cussing the entire time.
Are you joking? Ma'am, have you met me? Have you met us?
I know I got in trouble for swearing on somebody else's stream. Anyway, so what I would do is if I were Alicent, I would totally F up Aemond, and I would I would do a little phone call to the Baratheons to say, hey man, like, we're going to do an arranged marriage for Aemon. Let's get this guy married. He's now the prince consort or whatever he is.
Available bachelor number 1.
And I would be planning a wedding. I'd be doing that. Like, it's wartime. Let's do a wedding. And he'd be like, Mom, I don't want to marry that girl.
Not unheard of.
Tough. You told me I go off to do some, you wanted me to do some domestic duties. Here I am doing the domestic stuff for you.
That's real.
And I get that, but that would be such a petty move, and I'm not saying anything against it because y'all know I love a good petty, especially if it's like a revenge petty. No, I do think she is. I absolutely do think she is. Now, what I'm saying is,
Bridgerton,
she could try to do that, but Aemon is not gonna allow that to go on.
Are you
saying
he's
going to be busy?
Aemon is
busy being mad that he rolled up on Rhaenyra and she had extra dragons. So.
Oh no, that was great. That was great because he thought he was going to do something.
He thought he was.
He thought he was about to do something, big guy. And then he was like, no, big guy. No.
So, whoa.
Please turn around. No.
He was like, we got skirt. He literally
and that is exactly what we were talking about the last episode when the fight took place with Aegon being dumb. Had Melee's not been out there by herself, Vhagar would not have stood a chance. And he knows that too, which is why when he saw 2 and 3 and all that, he was like, "Oh, hold on. Let's regroup and go plan something. Turn around." He knew better. And that's why I saw Lauren. But also, speaking of him going to check on the dragons. Hello, tiny human. Hello. Wait. I got one just for her.
Good baby.
That be the baby. You are well loved already across the realm, my lady. We bless you by the old gods and the new.
You know what I was thinking? Wouldn't it be interesting on Alicent's side quest if she got her little camp got ambushed and she got kidnapped or something? They created like some kind of side
Hello, Greek Gourd.
Or else like go home. Like go home, Roger.
Yeah,
right.
If like for real, Alicent, I wish. Again, I wish Rhaenyra would have stayed at the Red Keep because she could have literally had a DJ Jazzy Jeff moment with Uncle Phil. Toss that bitch just right out the castle. Be done.
That's the idea.
I'm trying to figure out what was going on in the writer's room. Like Grey Waste, she said it felt like they didn't have anything for her to do, so they just sort of came up with this.
So she went on she went to Yaya in the trees. She went to Sister Yaya.
He's dropping spoilers
by herself.
I'm wondering, like,
why doesn't Aemon burn the blockade? Because
that's not smart.
there's still dragons. Yeah, that wouldn't be a good move.
Because at this point, him seeing how many dragons that Rhaenyra has stacked, it would be a crime against humanity for him to take his dragon out by himself. Because I would immediately jump his ass. Bring your ass to the gullet. Everybody roll out. Transformers, we gotta go.
Robots, roll out.
We gotta go. Everybody on the dragon.
Okay.
I wonder though, is crimes against humanity or like that type of thing? I don't know that things would have been looked at at that time in that same way. It's like dog eat dog, war is war. I mean, we look at it that way with our modern lens, but I don't know that they would have looked at it that way. I personally think if he did that, it would just mean that maybe the show would be over. I don't know.
Well, I feel like if he did that, then the food is gone.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yes,
that's it. Right. That's be the worst part. And they would see a dragon destroying the ships that has the food, and they would be like, the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
And they would be like, "Oh, so you got enough food in your castle? Well, bitch, we're coming in. We're gonna sit at your table. It's time for me to get some snacks." And if they do that, they can't stop the small folk because there's not enough of them because he's got them spread so thin. So that would be highly stupid of him to do.
And they're all hungry.
By the way,
and I do understand here. You understand what Jay says. I understand where his mind space is at. Also, I just don't agree with how he's looking at things in this view. That's all.
I just don't care until the war is over. Right now, it doesn't matter. Sir, you got to make it to the end. You got to make it to the end for it to matter.
How many senators are lowborn? Yes. What? Who are you ranking as senators? The High Lords?
The people that like the council or something? Or
they don't technically have senators. They have like lords and ladies.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking her for clarification on that one.
George never went beyond, and then they have people on the council who would be highborn.
Yeah, they're all highborn.
Yeah. I know what my question is. It feels like they meet a lot. Do they meet daily? How often do the councils meet?
I mean, I feel like it should be multiple times a day, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's wartime, so probably daily.
Yeah.
I feel like every time they get a new piece of information, Aemon's calling them back to be like, we got to do this, which is why the end was really funny because they were the three people he has left on his council. Because, he sent Kristen Cole away. He sent his mom. He fired his mom. Who else was on the council? I think that was
the Maester and Lannister.
The Maester.
And then
there's one more there, too.
Who's that other guy? Who was
Ironrod?
The guy that was talking to Larys. Is that his name? Ironrod?
Very interesting.
Ironrod.
Also, let's talk about that scene real quick, dude. The way Larys was listening to this guy, and I guess I see what the guy was trying to do. I did understand it, but once he got into the ridiculous nonsense, where is it in my notes?
Heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend who heard it from someone.
Yes. It's so my uncle's sister, friend's daughter.
No, because like my sister-in-law, baby cousin, best friends, boyfriend's little sister, Tracy said that we might have seen a dragon with a rider that ain't y'all's.
But I feel like he already knew that, but he was just waiting to see if he was going to say something first. Because Larys he had to have known. Yeah, he had to have known because that's his job.
but I guess like the question is, why? I mean, well, like we don't know how many days it's quite been, and like does Larys really have anybody in that region? I mean, probably does, but then like I don't think he knew, but I think it was like the like the brothers, sisters, cousins nephew
that threw him off. Like he was like,
well, he was like, but then it was just like they're afraid of Aemon. That's like what it boils down to. It's like there's not even a discussion. It's like you can only go in with like
absolute information.
But that look that they gave each other
at the table,
bruh.
They looked at each other like, oh,
because now you're going to be in trouble for not telling him.
I mean, I've been at some student council meetings, and they can get tense, but the small council is like next level.
That's because it's so small. It's only 3 people now. Because if somebody says something, it's literally 3 people. There's nobody left. That's why he's trying to wait for his.
Hold on. Aemon will take 1 versus 1. 5 versus 1 is not fair. We're at
who
war.
cares about fair? He got the biggest dragon in the realm, and he did an ambush with his brother. He can
exactly.
He's got 2 kills down.
This is war. And again,
fair. Didn't he just burn his brother?
He knew he would lose if he just exactly.
And then he took that marble ball and he shoved it into his
real
chest
about yourself.
and twisted it around,
he was like,
right?
What you remember about what happened yesterday? What you remember? That's what I thought.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Seriously, it's like one of us getting in trouble. What did you do? Nothing.
And whoever's in charge of the marbles in the small council is like, you didn't turn in your small marble.
Exactly.
You're supposed to turn it in at the end of the meeting.
Like, where's
You're
your
not allowed
orb?
to take it outside of this room. You're shoving it into your brother's chest.
Yeah, so I'm like,
and Secret Squirrel, welcome to the chat. You said let the dragon feeding games begin. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my goodness.
Pretty much.
For those who haven't subscribed,
all right, let me jump ahead a little bit.
900.
Amazing.
Word, y'all have had the numbers climbing this season, and I appreciate y'all. The ultimate goal is at least 1,000, so we can really get it popping in here.
I was going to say, by the way, the whole thing with Larys, I don't know if you want to touch on this yet, but Larys getting Aegon out of bed, that felt actually like very modern. That's a very modern thing to do. The old thing was the old sort of style of medicine is you would stay in bed and rest and everything like that, like back injuries and so on.
She agrees.
But the more modern thing is that you get out of bed and you get moving, right? So I was like, wow, Larys is like, 21st century.
Larys is like, I need you to hurry up because we gotta get this man the hell out of here.
I mean, and Larys is not wrong in what he's saying because his fate is very much. Even if Aegon doesn't know it, Larys' fate is tied very much to whatever happens to him.
Yeah.
So he's definitely trying to protect that asset.
Phil says the show is rushing him out of bed. I was like, I don't think the show is. I think Larys is literally rushing him out of bed.
I think Larys is, I think that is on purpose. And I understand why he's doing it because, it's the same reason he stopped him from taking milk of the poppy so much. You need to have your wits about you and you need to hurry up and get the fuck out of this bed because that is over there on the throne doing fuck shit on Vhagar and we can't have that.
And now you can send him out into the field and get him the hell out of here while y'all make decisions.
I mean, but they need to get some parallel bars, how they have in a physiotherapy.
Yes. They just got this man out here.
So he can hold on because I feel really bad for the Maester who, it's like, it's unfair for him. And but obviously they're doing it on the QT, right? They're trying to keep it or on the down low, as people say, I guess.
Agreed, Scott.
I just feel like when he hit that floor, I would have been on the floor. I'm not like I hurt so bad.
Did you hear? I heard the bones crunch.
Like, listen,
that was just.
I can't.
And
that was the cane
him.
crack.
They kept touching him, and he's got like these,
the burns.
The burns.
Listen, I had my foot.
Skin is still sensitive.
Crunched the hell up.
You can touch that's safe.
And I had a cast that was shaped like a hoof. And in my deliriousness in my sleep of the first week, I made the mistake of putting my foot down, thinking I could like rest it flat. And then it went down, and I blacked out for a second, and I was God. You know what? I'm going back to bed. We're done. I can't do this by myself. I need assistance. So I was like, I can't do this. So him hitting that floor, I would have just been like, just leave me. Just leave me. Leave me for like 10 minutes.
I do feel like they're trying to go in a different direction than the books, though. Do you find that? Like, I don't remember this being in the books.
This is something we touched on last night. It's all over.
I think that they couldn't remember the Maces write history. So I don't think they could have or would have even included that in the history anyway.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
yeah,
Aegon was so messed up and they were in, Larys was trying to hide him. So I don't think they would have said it anyway. I do, however, think that this is illuminating because we know how Aegon mysteriously disappears when the big thing happens, right? And so now it's coming. At least to me, it makes more sense to me that the whole time he was basically getting physical therapy, right? And so you didn't whisk him away in a bed or in a, you know what I'm saying? He might have been able to hobble with you onto whatever or wherever, right, on the side of King's Landing for him to get out. So there's that. I don't think they're going in a different direction. I think they're giving us more information,
more insight,
like what exactly happened. Because when you remember, if you read The Rogue Prince, or you read, and then Fire and Blood gives you more information. But when you read like all the stories about what happened during the dance, it's like, oh, Aegon got burnt up. He was in bed. Aemon was regent. And then all of a sudden, when things happen, right, Aegon disappears.
Nowhere to be found.
And then he's nowhere to be found. But now you know, okay, like this whole thing in the background, it was Larys. It was Larys after all. Like it was him the whole time. Like it was him, like, working and pulling strings from behind the scenes. What I think is really interesting is that, to me, it seems like, to your point about him, he should have known about the dragons having other riders, not just Sea Smoke or whatever, because of the spy network. To me, what I find interesting is that it seems like we're trying to sabotage.
Thank you, Mara.
Yeah, I think you're trying to sabotage Aemon because just like what Alicent said, what he's become, what he is. So it's like, you better sabotage him. Somebody better get him up off the throne, because if you don't, you're going to have another nigger on your hands. If he's going that way. But yeah.
Even if he just doesn't like go to his people or like doesn't like ask for information, it's like that's a really good point, Lady D. Like I like that.
It's so funny. I absolutely enjoy that.
That's all good, John. You allowed to do that.
It was a lot of
you're not the first person I know that said that.
Funny faces this episode. Like back at Harrenhal when they was in the middle of that stuff, and he was just he was on the side like,
yes. Actually, that is a great segue because we need to talk about my homie.
That's what he gets.
Okay. Y'all know if you've been following me for a while, you already know I don't fuck with House Tully minus the Blackfish. That's the only motherfucker that I'm looking out for. But this little asshole right here, this little green ass boy right here, fucks with this kid.
I said what I said.
He gave Daemon no fucking quarter, did not flinch, did not falter in one step in everything that he was saying to this man. And again, because we know that Daemon like a little bit of messing, he likes that this little kid ain't no yes man, that he's bucking back just as hard as he is. See, he didn't do that before, but before he wasn't the Lord. He wasn't the one in charge. But now Daemon came in trying to talk shit and manhandle him into doing this shit basically. And the whole time he just looking at him like, yo, do you want my swords or no?
That's even before.
Like, is you getting gang for this shit or no?
Before he even got there, inside, it's the way Oscar led him to like, hey, I just don't know what I'm doing, and I'm listening to everything, and I'm gathering the information, and I understand what you're trying to do, but we need to have a conversation about how you was running your ass in the Riverlands, fucking up my shit. So we need to go outside and talk to these people first. I mean, just to get like a consensus of what's going on, and then maybe we can have a conversation about you taking the armies after you go out here and answer for this bullshit you done did to my people, because we over here, we run tight. Okay, we run tight. We're a group. We're a unit.
Adamantium pizza. What's up?
What you need to do to like repair the bond. Very in and out of this, and he just slowly, like, you ever talk to somebody who needs to put you somewhere, and they kind of like just literally put their hands on you, like you're at church or something, or at a gathering, and you're in the way. Instead of being like, "Excuse me," or move, they'd be like, "Yeah, just gonna." That's what happened.
Like, slide on over
his ass. He brought him in there. He was on his side, and then he stepped back, and he was with his people, and it was Daemon by himself. And we had the Lord of the Castle looking on the side like
fucking. He was like, "Oh
really
shit!" Right, like Sir Strong is like, "Oh shit." Well, I guess I gotta just see how this plays out.
It's masterful.
And again, Oscar held his own, bro. He snatched up, and this is one thing that I said in the scream. Willem, look, little asshole. Okay, you know, like I fucks with the Blackwoods, I do, but you. And the way you did this shit, you were cooler when you were a kid trying to get Rhaenyra's hand. This fuck shit that you allowed Daemon to pull you into, I thought you were smarter than this, my guy. I thought you were better than this. And you didn't have the nerve to think that you could just cry and Daemon was going to come help you. Well, he needs the swords that this little boy is going to bring. He don't need you. Right now anymore.
Didn't paint him into that corner, he would have backed him. He'd have been like, "Oh well, it doesn't matter what he did it for the crown." But since Oscar,
which is why I say Oscar is a G for that.
Backed his ass into a corner where he had to do what they wanted. There was no choice. He was so pissed.
You know what this reminded me of? You know what this reminded me of? I don't know if you guys watched it, but I know me and Meeks did. This is fucking Percy talking to Ares.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Ares is like 6'2". Percy Jackson is maybe like what 5, maybe 4.5 or something like that, and 90 pounds soaking wet. And he still walked up to this little asshole that is Ares, looked up at him, pointed his finger in his face, like, "I told you not to fuck around with me.
I'll beat you.
I told you if you keep doing this shit, I'ma have to let you know. And now you don't fucked around. Now I gotta let you know who the fuck I am. Son of Poseidon, bitch. You're not gonna do this shit." And Oscar, this was him right here. He had to go up against not just Daemon, but also all of those vassals that he has. They were questioning him out the gate. How old is he? Do you guys know exactly? He's like 15, 16?
Probably. It's a little different in the books, right? Because in the books, it's like Kermit and Elmo, and then Oscar is like Kermit's brother. It's like different.
And the books, like they only have like an estimate of his age.
Yeah. So it's a little different.
Okay.
Someone was comparing him to Lady Bear, little Bear, I should say.
Liana.
Yes.
Liana Mormont.
Marmont.
I think somebody said that in our chat last night also. Yeah. And I agree.
Yeah.
It was funny though. I did a couple of comparisons like side by side, and from like 3 episodes ago, he already looked like he aged. Yeah, just like 3 episods. I don't know how that happened. Maybe his hair's different.
Because he's in charge now.
Did you hear? Like the base. It's like basically he hit that final stage of puberty, like when Neville Longbottom had that glow up. Yeah, he came back with all the bass in his voice.
Oh yeah.
That responsibility hit him different. He was like, "Now I'm in charge of shit.
It ages
I gotta look like."
And he had a masterful teacher.
Were you surprised at though that Daemon like took it? Like apparently he
had no choice.
Like careful. Like,
he didn't have a choice.
Didn't have a choice. He needed the army.
And that again is what made it so badass. Daemon tried to check him, and he curbed that shit immediately. Lady D, I'm sorry. I heard you going to say something. Go ahead.
I was saying that I think it's smart on his part. That's what you guys were saying just now. He went in on Daemon because he knew he had Daemon in a spot where you couldn't move. You either want this army or you don't. Not just that I have my swords with me. So what, you gonna kill us all? In order to there's a few layers to that. And then on top of it, he was smart enough not to just dole out punishment to the Blackwoods, but to kill him and get rid of the one person who was loyal to
the problem
like that in the Riverlands. So not only did you show all of your vassals, okay, this is unacceptable. You showed them that this is unacceptable. I'm the Lord Paramount here. Oh, and you thought you had an ally, Daemon? Kill your own ally on some Squid Game, like straight up, so that you will not have.
That's a great comparison.
Another, you don't have another way around it. You don't have a contingent of swords or whatever that are going to be more loyal to you than they are to me in the Riverlands. And so I thought it was extremely smart. I really like this kid.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Oh my gosh, I really like this kid. This is great. Like, he let everybody talk. He let everything happen. He was like, you know what? Yeah, I am young as your grandsons, and I might not know much. So I guess the best thing for me to do is to rely on what my grandsire did and swear loyalty and
move forward
to
from
Rhaenyra
there.
And move forward from there, which is exactly what we're doing here. So it was a great way for him to play on that. It reminded me. I know people don't like Sansa, but it was once Sansa started playing the game a little bit more in the book, and she's like, oh, well, I'm only a young girl and I don't know much about this or whatever else. Like, you would hear that from her, and I think there was someone else in the book that I forgot. Like, oh, I'm a young girl, so I don't know too much about this or this, and then something that was actually worthwhile. He pulled that, like, lull them into a full sense of security and then go for the underbelly. Like, oh yeah, I don't know too much, but the Lord Paramount, or was your Lord Paramount and your father's Lord Paramount, said this. So this is what we're going to do now. Also off with his head. So
and he made Daemon do it.
That's the best part.
That was the best
that
part.
Little bit like, I don't know what Uncle Grover or Grandpa Grover was teaching him, but he took them lessons to heart.
I'm gonna bring it back.
And he came out masterful. Like, y'all right? I'm young.
By the way,
you're
did
right.
you guys talk
the
about
Black
this
was
on your last stream? If Alice was responsible for Grover dying, like, did she just?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
she murdered
absolutely.
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 Oh, let me allow to. Achoo! Oh my God, you guys, he died. What happened? Jeez, I just. Oh my God, is he okay? Bring some water.
Look, go in like and Dave Chappelle, sprinkle some crack on him. He'll get right back up. Yeah, that didn't happen. Now the weirwood ash sprinkle did not actually do that. It took the opposite effect, which is exactly what she meant it to do.
I'm surprised we didn't see her this episode though.
I wonder how much she also partially orchestrated how everything went down at Harrenhal this episode. Like, did she actually talk to Oscar Tully at any point? Like, did she, is she just like werewood netting it? Hey, like, I get to listen to everybody else's like tinfoil. I get mine.
Yeah, I feel like she was werewood netting it, or like she was listening to the wind, or whatever she called it. Like, she knew all the information. She told him, like, the chickens are going to come home to roost. You can't be out here acting like this.
I just feel like the whole blood sacrifice at the werewood was like somewhat orchestrated. So I thought it was great. Like,
ma'am, I didn't even fucking think about that.
Oh, I love that. The fact that you killed me.
Say that again. Right, say that again, please.
Right on the root. It was great.
The blood sacrifice, like at the werewood tree.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is hilarious. That's a crafty ass bitch.
Good question. Why is the werewood tree have some of the limbs cut off? Like, I know that it used to be like Harrenhal was built on a werewood forest or whatever, and they cut down many of the trees to build the castle. But I was like, I don't know if it's because they weren't shooting above, but in the behind the scenes, the trees are all cut off at the top, and I was just wondering if you guys knew.
Maybe that was just like where the camera was placed.
Oh, okay.
I have to look again. Yeah. Notice like limbs being cut off.
I just thought it was weird why the limbs would be cut off. Like, I know that in Game of Thrones, there were a bunch of stumps in King's Landing where a bunch of werewood trees had been, and then like Sansa goes to one of the stumps to pray.
Right.
She's praying at a stump.
And that tree is in. I mean, like, they have a werewood. I mean, I don't know now, but like in season 1, when like the girls were like teenagers, there was a god with a werewood. That's where Kristen Cole was like.
Yes, that's true. Yes, which is not there now, or is not there in Game of Thrones. Right. So something happened in between, and we don't know the story behind that.
Yeah, but no, I love. I mean, like, there was so much blood sacrifice, and I even like start thinking more about Duskin.
Duskin now.
Yeah, like, well, no, like Lord Duskin, like. That he was a blood sacrifice as well, and like in Vermithor, like like all that was all blood sacrifice that actually like awakened
true.
like the dragons.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't make sense for Silver Wings, so it's not.
Well, they did crunch on that little egg pile that he came in there. He did stomp on that a little bit.
Yes, he did. We were talking about that. So would that be a baby?
No, it's just an egg sac.
An egg sac. Okay.
Yeah.
And one of the things I noticed, I zoomed in on Rhaenyra's costume and also Bela, and there's like blood, like there's veins, like blood veins on their dresses, which I thought
would be
was
trying
really
to
cool.
steal something from the set.
Yeah. How are you gonna get on the set?
I'm just saying, if I was on the set, I'd be I'd be trying to steal something from the set.
Oh, for sure. I know.
I want to snatch something.
I know Maisie Williams did. I think she stole something.
I need a cloak or
But there-
something.
Wasn't it Needle?
I think there was one that went up for auction, but I think there was multiple. I think they gave it to her. She says that she stole it. I'm sure they just gave it to her.
I mean, I don't blame her. I would have wanted to keep that too.
What John says, I thought it was like the egg sacs and aliens. So I thought that would have pissed off the dragon. That he
That's
stomped
what I
him.
would have thought too.
Yeah.
But that dragon's like, who are you?
You're
God.
adorable.
Good morning.
Oh, you're so cute.
Now someone said that he got like kind of knocked off by like Vermithor or whatever. So maybe he had the smell of the dragon, but I don't know that I buy that.
He also landed in a lot of stuff. He was juicy, and it was like wet, and it was sticky. He was everywhere.
Wait, hold on. Which one of y'all? Which one of y'all talking about?
Ulf.
When he fell off the top, he popped up right next to the
was
fire.
Parapet or the proscenium or the
We're gonna have so many names for this.
The place where they stood that may have looked like Pride Rock.
For it. I saw it in
There is. I swear to God.
But now the jet is
I'm like, you guys are just making this
that
up.
might just
It's
be
not
what
a
the
real thing.
Yeah.
But
yeah, wherever he landed, that put him maybe downwind or upwind or whatever. And Silverring was like, "Oh wait, hey, who are you?"
He fell off, and then he took
you're
left.
you're me right now.
She was like, "Hi."
And I was like, actually, I have a question. If I thought that this happened, but maybe I'm looking a little too deep into it. But also, Mara, yeah, absolutely, he thought that Damon was going to save him. No, that wasn't the plan. But when Vermithor came out, and I had a whole conversation with this too when I was watching. Basically, he got woken up from a nap, and he was grumpy. And Rhaenyra had to go in there and say, "Hey, calm down." And I don't know what the conversation was, but I thought it was awesome because you could see her smiling or smirking at him like they just shared the greatest inside joke. And I was like, okay, all right, what's next? Dude from the back came up, and Vermithor, leaned in to take a sniff, and he passed over the whole crowd, and particularly at Hugh. And if you blink, you missed it. It was just a pause. The camera panned, and his eye was like,
Yes, it
looking at
like
Hugh.
he synced him.
Right there is where right there. Look, the wand chooses the wizard, Mr. Potter. Right there is where Vermithor claimed him. And if you notice, that first those people that were in the blast range, when that flame ball came out, Hugh didn't flinch. He was back further enough so it wouldn't have hit him, but everyone else around was like, oh shit. Hugh was just standing there looking at him. And I think that again solidified, okay, Vermithor was like, yeah, you're coming with me now, but let me get rid of these snacks. Like, I'm hungry. I'm sorry. Auntie didn't bring me no food when she woke me up. So give me a second. I'm gonna come talk in a minute, but give me a second. Let me go catch my dinner.
I wonder if anybody else made it out. That's what I wonder. Like, all those people hit the ground.
I would like to know that too.
So.
They didn't show us that.
I don't think so. Even that woman that he was with behind the rock.
No, she
she left.
Did she get
ran
out?
into like the building.
Okay.
This building structure.
Because at this point, you can't let them leave. Like, I'm like, okay, all right.
That's
you
why
guys
it
are
feels like the
scared.
Hunger Games. They've closed all the gates. The doors are shut.
Yeah, so I'm like, you can't leave after you've seen all this. Like, how am I supposed to let you go back to King's Landing and being like, we went there to claim a dragon and they killed all of us except for 2 because we went up there, and I was like, I can't let y'all have the secrets out. I can't. Y'all gotta stay here or die.
She told him though, just like with Lord Darkland, she said, look, some of y'all might not survive this. I just need you to know, if you do,
said the majority.
Great, you're gonna be awesome. But if you don't, well, you're probably gonna be dead.
Yeah, she should have said the most of you, majority of you.
Because it's
That
only
I mean,
two dragons.
they
Like,
all knew it was only two of them. Yeah, they all knew it was only two dragons.
Yeah.
I told you I would have been in the back. I would have been safe.
Unless,
I'm going inside.
I mean, they're apparently they did put a post looking for new
Not Tad
dragon.
Williams fishing.
They're looking for new dragon keepers because the union walked out.
Yeah.
So they need some
Yeah,
staffs.
and also again, can we talk about people that I really wish Rhaenyra would pull? Y'all remember how high? What was his name? Mike Epps. His stupid, ridiculous pimp character where he would put baby powder in his hand
Yes.
and smack people across the face.
Yeah.
I feel like Rhaenyra needs to walk around with dragon ash
No.
on her hands at all times and slap the fuck out of these assholes. Look here. I understand how you think all of this extracurricular shit is supposed to go down. However, you are employed by my house and we are at war. Again, just like with Jace, we're at war. Okay? I understand why you feel the way you feel. I do. However, it's all hands on deck right now. We can't just sit here and keep not doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of folks think that she could have or should have stayed with checking the noble class. The noble class would be even more ridiculously entitled than the small folk. They would be much harder to control. And if they come in there and they don't get one of the dragons, do you think all of those highborns that were just lost, the sons, the daughters, whatever, recognized bastards were in there? Do you think their house would just let that slide? They will almost automatically switch teams. And then you're even more fucked. So I don't know. I just think that people need to stop trying to pop off at the queen because, yeah, she's doing what she can with what she has to work with. And this is a smart decision. How else are you going to get more writers? I don't know. What do y'all think? I could be off my rocker, though.
Well,
I
where
agree
did
that
they
she doesn't
go?
have.
Sorry, lady, go ahead.
No, I agree.
ahead,
She
B.
doesn't have a lot of options. But at the same time, I understand Jason's point because the reality is, like we were talking about having a dragon, right? Dragons are nuclear weapons. Like if you're gonna give out nukes, right? You're giving each one of these people the ability to conquer, whether however you look at it, like you are, especially when you're looking at like Vermithor and Silverwing, like they're huge. Those are bigger than your own dragons. So there is some danger, some danger there, because what if they decide to team up and just fight you for your shit now, and saying like they have a whole team of dragons that are larger than your own. So I understand where he's coming from. However, I will say we don't really have a choice.
Exactly.
We don't really have a choice. I will say that it may have been worth, I don't know, maybe going through House Belchegar and House Velaryon first and seeing if there were any more that could possibly ride the dragons. But it seems like there has to be some sort of blood lineage connection in order for you to take the dragon, like with
even have the possibility, yeah.
So like with Sea Smoke, okay, no, he doesn't have Rhaenys' blood, but there could possibly be something in Corlys' blood, or even the Shipwright, the mother's blood, or whatever that
Well, yeah, because Shipwright could come from anywhere, and we know Corlys is from freaking the Asgard of Westeros. So yeah, the gene markers are already in his blood.
And it could be in hers too if she was, born and raised on Driftmark or on Dragonstone. Who knows what's in their blood? But it seems like the common denominator there with Sea Smoke is Corlys and not Rhaenys. As far as like who bonds. When we look at Vermithor, okay, that's King Jaehaerys' old dragon. Well, he would be Jaehaerys' grandson, right? So there you go. Off the side,
just like Daemon and Viserys.
Off the side, I don't know who his parentage would be, but he looks about to be the same age.
Did he say his brother was Viserys in the earlier episode? Like his
half brother? I think he said that they were his half brothers.
Yeah, but it was kind of clear in this episode, like when they were like when his friends were like, "Hey, guess what? They're looking for dragon seeds." He's like, "Oh, I go.
I mean, look,
that's my foot."
the way my gout is set up though, like the way my spine be acting, like I don't know if I really want to go over there. And his friends, of course, because this is what your homies are always going to do, especially if you're at a tavern getting drunk at 11 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, they're going to hype you up and get in your head. And you're either going to fall for the hype or you'll do what Ulf did and just give in because of peer pressure.
Well, but I also think I got the very distinct impression like his hesitation is because he was bullshitting about it in the first place.
Yeah, he's a grifter.
Yeah.
You know what? There might have been a grain of truth in something that he was saying.
But the wrong person.
Yeah, exactly. And he was using it as a grift. But there must be something actually true to it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, right. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been able to claim her. Yeah, so yeah. I mean, either way, it still works.
As everybody, I think he's pretty surprised by the whole thing.
Yeah,
he's a fun.
And then he went. Yeah. He went and did and this is what I was saying to Meeks last night. Like I was trying to work it out in my brain. Like, is Ulf from the block? And what I mean by that, for anyone that's not heard that term, is basically like when he was growing up. Let's say like you got the barrio over here, the random upper middle class over here, the hood over here. Is he from the hood? Because y'all know, again, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I might be reaching, but y'all know whenever some things come available and everybody's been talking about this awesome hot thing on the streets and you get that before anybody else in the neighborhood, you are walking everywhere and showing off all the time for at least the first 48 hours.
Maybe, or he couldn't control it.
That is true. No, and that too.
It's true. He was trying to work on that. I do recognize that. But then by the end of it, homie was holding on with one hand with his other hand up in the air, talking about woo. I'm just saying, I've seen many of people do that.
Listen, we got all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I totally got from Dr. Strangelove when Slim Pickens is like riding the bomb at the end of the movie.
Money.
Like,
woohoo!
That's
very much.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Now he must have.
I wasn't mad at it.
He must have not known about the scorpion though, because I was a little surprised at that.
Well, I don't. No, he should have known. I feel like he should have known. You're in the. You can see it when you look up.
You live there. You can see it. True.
Mm-hmm. That's why I think he couldn't control it. I think that Silverwing.
She was like, "Woo!"
And someone is in the chat is saying that the dragon is Alicent's good Queen Alicent's dragon.
It is.
Silverwing. Yes.
And
yes.
He was claiming that he was Queen Alicent's grandson.
Grandson. Mm-hmm.
So
it makes sense.
So it might have been something that someone told him in his family and he didn't believe it or what have you, but he used it as a grift to get drinks bought for him because they were saying, oh, you know, all these people have been buying you drinks, like, because you made these claims, right?
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't say that it was just because he made those claims. He just seems like a very charismatic, friendly guy. I think he's known these people for many a moon. And they're used to having a good banter with him. I mean, and everybody's like, all right, man, we get it. We just let's get our homie a pint over here.
Yeah, no.
I don't think that had anything to do with the
very
genes.
affable for sure. Mm-hmm. Like that scene where like he walks in. It was sort of funny. The scene where he walks in and all the rat catchers are hanging there, and he's standing there with an apple. Like, what's going on here? Like, eating his apple or what have you. Yeah, no, he's totally an affable character. So I can see why they would want to. And he's a good orator, a good storyteller. So even if, you know, but I mean, I just don't think he believes it. That's why when they were like, oh, you got to go.
Or he didn't until now, maybe.
He's like,
He's like, I know somebody told me I was related to one of them, but I just assumed I was going to pick the one that everybody already knew and been like, yeah, that's mine. But really, am I that high up enough to claim? Oh, I am.
Like, oh shit, wait,
I got enough.
This worked? Oh, dang.
Exactly. Like, my God, I got a dragon, y'all.
Yeah.
We all know
Amy,
like
I agree.
Right? We all know somebody who is a good, good talker. Hi, Jackie.
Hi,
and
Jackie.
Ulf rolled a 20 on charisma, and you know that for y'all that don't know, that is a Dungeons and Dragons reference. And yes, I agree with that.
That 20. Oh no.
If he was in Fallout Shelter, I think what is it? He would be like a plus 11 on the charisma special scale.
It depends on how much you have. It depends on what you put into it. Like you can put up to 10 on the charisma. You can only go to 10 on the charisma.
Hey Jackie.
So he could have been up there.
There is actually there's a very funny meme that I found the other day. Continue, you guys. Pick where you want to go next, because we've touched on a little bit of everything. The Bronze Fury came through. Go ahead, Heidi. I got to look for a thing.
When we saw people like loading on, like the dragon seeds loading onto the boat, a lot of people were like, "Oh, isn't that Nettles?" Because I think there was a character who had seen bits.
Yes, because that's the shot that I showed you guys earlier.
The shot,
who is this person?
Exactly, and had been in it behind the scenes. People had been sharing that.
I didn't see her.
And
yeah, she was there.
Just when she was going on the boat,
Right
but we didn't
behind
see her.
you.
But we didn't see her on the parapet or the the pestilence or the.
Can I tell you my hope?
Parameter.
Can I tell you my hope? Even though I'm pretty sure they're gonna spit on me and kick me.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you my hope
Go ahead.
anyways. Okay. I'm hoping that while oh my god, what is her name?
Nettles?
No, in the Vale.
Rhaena.
Thank you. I completely blanked. I was hoping that while Rhaena is out there trying to find that dragon, she runs into Cannibal, and in the face of Cannibal, Nettle shows up on Sheepstealer already, like, move. And then she flies off, like, oh, bitch, there's a bitch on a dragon. And that's it. That's all I want. I don't want them to be the same person. I want them to be two separate people. And you're not going to take this away from me right now.
There's a bitch on the dragon.
Exactly. There's a bitch on the dragon right there. That's what I want. I want her to run into Cannibal, because we still haven't seen Cannibal. The showrunners for sure told us we're seeing Cannibal. We have one episode. Yes. And in the trailer, there's a dragon that I can't figure out who the fuck that is. And it's sticky.
Oh, it's probably Sheepstealer.
The dragon is real sticky. No, what color is Sheepstealer?
Brown?
I don't remember.
Yeah, she's brown.
Sheepstealer is brown.
Brown?
Okay. Yeah, then what color is Cannibal?
I don't know.
Okay. That's why I'm confused. I'm like, you can't say for sure. Like the showrunners themselves, like, yeah, Cannibal is definitely in the season. And I'm like, we got one episode left. How are y'all gonna do this? Because we still have to have Sheepstealer and we still have to have Cannibal show up. So how are y'all gonna fucking do this? And it's all supposed to happen in the Vale. So I'm like, okay, y'all gotta figure it out.
Like saying that Maelor is gonna show up, and it's like I don't see that happening.
Cannibal's black.
Maelor? Wait, which one? Which one is Maelor?
The little boy.
Yeah. God, what's wrong?
Rhaenyra's son?
No,
Helena.
Helena's.
Like
I think they got rid of that baby.
Oh yeah.
Yes, maybe she's pregnant with him.
I mean, he would have been. That's the.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. And they've said that, like, they're like, oh, he's coming. So, like, they're bullshitting with us.
Oh, for sure.
The showrunner said he's coming?
Yeah, or like he said, don't forget about, I can't remember the exact wording, but it wasn't precise, but it was coy enough where, I mean, but he did the same thing with Daron. In season 1, and we're like, obviously they finally acknowledged him, but
I think we're going to see him next episode.
Someone said, someone showed a picture.
Okay,
it looked like a mini Daemon. I thought,
because this is the trailer, but if you look at the trailer, you'll see that there's a dragon flying with a bunch of greens walking. And if Sunfire is down, there's only one dragon left.
It's not.
Let me interject.
He's not a bastard.
A little bit of comedy here. This is how everybody has been waiting.
Correct.
Okay, come on, Ancestry. All right, double time.
It takes a while. You have to mail in your sample.
Get some seasonal workers if you need to.
It's a lot of spit.
It is. That was just so weird. I was like, really? Okay, all right.
It's also hilarious because I don't know who this young man is, but he looks like one of my baby cousins.
He's very patient.
Exactly like him.
He's got his legs crossed.
No, that's patience with attitude.
No, I was gonna say when Rhaenyra was
we
leaving
could Daynard
the
maybe
Vale, and we had
we're definitely seeing him.
I called it like the pearly gates with what's her name, Aaron. into pearly gates, and she's leaving. Then she's like, okay, I'll wait till the doors close, and then I'm gonna run off and try and see if I can find a dragon.
Yeah.
What was going on there?
I thought that was funny. She's like, and 1, and a 2, and a go.
Yeah, just wait for the
Right.
doors to close.
Like, I mean, or is she gonna find the dragon before the boys actually set sail? Or would they set sail without her? Like
She could catch up if she has
the
a
logistics on this. What? And that's if she has a dragon. If not, she's gonna have to like ask for
stranded.
escort to get back home, and then you gotta face Rhaenyra and probably your grandsire to figure out where the fuck was your head at.
Where is my stuff?
I don't want that for her.
Can you? Can I? No, I can't. Okay, I'm gonna send you this in an email real quick because
Camouflage 20.
because you know I'm a 2-year-old, so if you see me over here being silent, I'm doing stuff. But I'm
What?
gonna
Yeah.
send
What were
this.
you just researching?
I want to see the color of the
okay.
dragon in the trailer.
I'm
And
sorry.
I
if
got
you
Okay,
can't hear
while
my
you're doing
fan.
that,
I have a fan on.
I
have to.
do
I'm
not hear your
sweating.
fan.
Okay, good. I'm sweating.
No.
Sorry.
That's all right.
I said I had
Lady
a
D,
screenshot. Hold on a
do
second.
you have any There Be the Dragons for this ep?
Well, the first Darby the dragon would have to be Rhaenyra hopping on her dragon, obviously, to go and confront the new rider of Sea Smoke, who, you know, was pretty anticlimactic. And she was like, yeah, I've been waiting to be important for a long time, so sign me up. There was that. The second Darby the dragon, and I hate this because I hate him so much, but whatever, would be Aemon hopping on that horse.
Come on, that was sexy.
and riding out to Vhagar like he was going to do something
Quick, fast.
and in a hurry. The third thing would be when Aegon saw what he saw, and Rhaenyra was standing there like, "Yeah, what's up? Come get burnt up, Darby the dragon." So those are my 3 Darby the dragons for yesterday's episode. I will say, and I do want to bring up like a good halfway Darby the dragon would be because I don't know if you can technically count it or not, but it would be.
It doesn't look. Oh yeah, no, sorry.
It would be.
I'm talking out loud. I'm a 2-year-old.
It would be Hugh the Hammer being like, hey, it's like trying to get the attention of
Trying
the
to let
dragon.
the go away. Yeah.
The dragon,
The ultimate
like,
come at me, bro.
like come at me, bro, with the dragon. Like, ooh, Darby the dragon. I don't know if it's technically because you're not Targaryen, but you are Targaryen. So it's like
Yelling in the face of a dragon.
He liked what he saw because as soon as he said that, Vermithor looked at him like, you know what? I knew I
was looking for you.
I knew I smelled something good on you.
Exactly. I had smelled at you.
Okay, come on, let's do this.
And I couldn't tell. Everybody has white hair. How am I supposed to tell you apart when everybody has white hair? I couldn't see you. And I was like, maybe if I light some things on fire, I'll be able to see better.
Maybe
So he
if I light some things on fire.
Maybe I see
Maybe
it.
if I burn and eat a few people, you know, I can smell the one that
He had just woke up from a nap though. He was hungry.
Hunky snackies.
That's not his fault.
Check your
That's
email.
messed up.
Okay.
Auntie Ray didn't bring him no snacks.
Also, and then another, and again, like I don't know if this technically counts as a There Be the Dragon because they're not Targaryen, but the Order of Dragon Keepers, right?
Mhm.
Like we didn't really get to see
We don't
Dragon
wanna do
Keepers
this.
that much in, like in the books. I think in the world, like there's a little comment about them or whatever. But seeing them alive is like awesome because they're like the freaking maesters. They take this super seriously, and they're literally like, yo, the dragons are scared. Like, how do you feel what the dragon's feeling? And you literally stand up to Rhaenyra, Queen of the Seven Kingdoms, and you're like, you're going to do this on your own. Like, I don't want nothing to do with it. And then they all walk out, like, Darby the dragon. And then the last, again, I'm not sure if this counts as Darby the dragon, because even though he's a Targaryen, I don't know if this is a Darby the dragon or if it's just screwed up. But when Aemon turned to Helena and was like, all right, look, Rod, you're going to have to hop on your dragon and fight with me.
Yeah.
No, ma'am. I don't
You
want
should
that.
pull a knife out on him then.
Unsubscribed.
Was that in the episode or was that in the trailer?
Pull a
That was in the
knife out of
trailer.
him yeah.
So
I'd be like,
after
fuck you, bitch. No
Okay.
way.
I'm like, oh, you're talking to me now? Well, how about that? Good morning. How are you?
What? When I saw that at the end of the episode, and I saw that, I was like, oh no, oh no. She was
And
looking like, you guys
The look on her
video?
face
Yeah, have you seen the videos where like the dad comes in and is like, "Hey," and he tells his daughter, "It's like, all right, I gotta fight this other dad. He's got like 2 other daughters, so I need you guys to come with me
Yes.
and to fight these kids." And the oldest one's like, "Well, how big are they?" Helena's like the oldest daughter. She's like, I like the look on her face. She's like, "Bro, what? What am I have to do?" So we'll see if that turns into a Darby the Dragon, because I'm expecting Helena to go completely insane. I'm expecting her to go completely freaking off. But
yeah,
we'll see. That's it. Darby the Dragon.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Nice. Thank you very much for giving us that. Yeah. So let me go over the notes, see if there's anything major we missed. I think we actually hit everything. Yep, the ghost of Viserys still haunting Daemon in the damn Obia castle.
Yeah. I was expecting it was going to be like, Sir Kristen Cole, he lifted up the armor and all the ashes fell out. Thought maybe that would have happened.
Listen, like, are you sure you really want this? Or him actually taking the crown and then realizing that it's much, much heavier now in his dead brother's hand or something like that. Either way, this man needs to understand, like, just because you want it doesn't mean it's meant for you. So I'm gonna need you to do your job, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And how gross, like seeing him there again, like with the eye hole and like the, oh my gosh.
He
didn't even have the mask on this time.
It's very giving an unfinished Emotep from the movies. Like,
yeah.
By the way,
yes.
By the way, they must have, like, Paddy Considine, I know he came back to do these last 2 episodes. They must have done some CGI because just to make him look as gaunt and everything as he was, like, they must have green screened some of that.
Yeah, they would have had to.
Would have had to.
Like a lot of digital effects.
Digital, because it couldn't have just been prosthetics, because he looks so
the first
gaunt.
season 1 was actually prosthetics, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
They were like, here, you're only here for 0.5 seconds. Put the CG on him. Throw the CG at him.
But also, but there was also like kind of like some uncanny valley because he wasn't acting in the same kind of like
it was like
way. So it was like kind of like normal Viserys talking, but with like half his face eaten away.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me. I don't know if you guys ever saw what's the name of the movie, American Werewolf in London, where he's in the cinema, like David, I can't remember the actor's name, but he's sitting there. Yeah, and then eventually, like, the other his friend is just like slowly like rotting. So it kind of reminded me of that. Like,
I can't.
No. I can't stop.
So hold on. Hello, Rhonda C. I do believe that is a new name. Welcome. Thanks for coming through. Go ahead, B. What were you about to say?
Nothing. I was just like, ugh, like every time I close my eyes now, I can see it because I just talked about it. So I need to talk about it and look at something else. I'm going to go stare at the baby for 3 minutes or something. I hated that. Looking at last night, I was like, oh my gosh, like what? Stop it with the freaking spooky castle, and like, why you gotta come back to his bed? And like, I would not stop sleeping in the damn bed. Stop sitting on the bed. Stop going in the room with the bed. Like, sleep outside with the dragon. Nothing's gonna attack you. You've got a dragon. Like, just
sleep right next to Caraxes, or you know what? That saddle is big enough. Sleep there.
Something like, oh my gosh.
Let's see. Secret Squirrel is saying she was just coloring was an ugly mud brown. It's not aggressive towards humans unless provoked, but could be vicious and ill-tempered. Yeah, okay. He had a taste for mutton, which is how he got his name. And why he devoured the OCC? What is that? I don't know what the OCC is.
The occasional something.
Ah, okay. You say Patty insisted to look like super sick Viserys. I mean, it fits. It fits, like, because there he looks even more decayed than the last time we saw him. So yeah, it totally fits. That was a good call.
Oh, did I watch?
So,
I did.
Yes, thank you, Mara. Yes, we are pushing for 1,000. We are very close to getting
I'm in
900.
the final countdown.
So
I
we're
think you're
trying to
over it.
keep
They said that
upping
you're
it.
over it. I don't want to refresh
What?
because I'll lose the chat.
Yeah. Hold on. I can
Question
refresh.
is, has the season 3 been renewed?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
do we know?
I
They
thought
did
it was
that.
already.
Yeah, they did that at the
Yeah.
beginning of the
Have they-
season.
I'm very certain it is.
Have they mentioned that they're going to start shooting and how long it's going to be?
Oh,
next
shit.
Season?
You're at 903 right now. I don't
903, y'all.
know.
See, in the
Hold
Rock
on.
old
my
days, they
world.
would've
I
started
appreciate it.
In the old days, they would have started like they would have had, they would have finished the season, and then they would have there's this weirdness with streaming where now they say, okay, we have to wait to see how the numbers look, HBO, and then but in the old days they would have started shooting the next season before, so it would be ready to go in a year.
Yeah.
Well, you also have to remember, between the mergers and the writers' strike, I bet you they were already writing season 3, before, because it was too.
I think so too. Yeah.
It was literally days after season, episode 1. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, now it's renewed.
Yeah, I got a quote from
Yeah, they've got like a 4th
saying
season
that they
arc.
had started writing it already. They had started
Okay.
writing at the episode 1 of season 2. So they probably won't start filming until next year.
That's awful.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what they did in the first season. So it's
No,
almost
because
to
I
be
was just
expected.
saying,
Whose man's is
I don't know
this?
if any of you watch Stranger Things,
Yes,
but that show
All the
has
time.
been on for 10 years.
they're my
They
age.
they only come out with a new episode every 2 years. So we're not we're getting the 5th episode after 10 years. And I just think it's too bad. They could, in the old days, because I'm an old lady, they would finish off the season, they'd have a hiatus, and then they would go back into the next season. But now the way streaming works is everything is super delayed.
Well, but also
Yeah.
television production, when we were kids, network television is nothing like what they're doing here.
Oh, not at all. No, 26
Rebecca,
episodes
are you
to a
trying to give me
season.
a hard time about?
I was there too.
I'm teasing you. I'm totally kidding.
I mean,
I don't want to be
I
waiting
went
2
through
years for
Law
a
and
fucking
Order.
new season. For the love of Lord.
I know.
And then have the new season be 8 episodes. Bitch.
Yeah,
Oh,
it'll be
yeah.
6 episodes.
Like, you playing with my emotions, Smokey. You playing with my
Absolutely.
emotions.
In my face.
Well,
Playing with my
I mean-
emotions in my face.
Right.
Hopefully we did well enough for them to actually get 10 episodes. That's what I don't know. But yeah, no,
Maybe.
Like, for
All right.
instance,
So,
another show I'm
hold
watching
on.
called Silo. They have a new season coming out a year after. I'm like, how come Silo can come out a year after? What's going on?
They probably had things ready in the writer's room before that.
Yeah.
But Funda's reminding me here. What are your ratings for this episode,
Out of what?
guys? Heidi, you're up top. I'll start with you.
Wait, but out of what?
What do you wait? What are we rating today? Chat room, give us a scale for the rating 1 to 10 out of 10 what's
Yeah.
smooth chocolate,
Okay.
sea smoke,
Personally, it's going to be a little lower than last episode. I
Hughes,
love last
hammers.
episode. So
Or
you guys
Huey
understand
yells.
what it's out of. Because I know what I rated the last episode out of. Are they going to tell us?
All right,
Snaps up?
2
What
snaps
does that
up.
mean?
That is an In Living Color reference with David Allen Greer and Damon Wayans
And Sean.
back in the day
Like
on the show In Living Color.
Two
Yeah.
snaps?
Dragon
3
Seed
snaps up
deaths.
in a Z formation.
Yeah, Dragon Seed deaths.
Mhm.
There's a lot of
Dragon
them.
seed. Yes. Okay. Yes. How 1 out of 10 dragon seeds dying.
Okay.
What do you rate, Heidi?
I'm going to say an 8.75
Okay.
Dragon Seeds.
Becks.
I'm going with an 8.
Hey, Terrence.
An 8.
8?
Yeah. I
Okay.
can't get into the points. 8.5. It was
Oh.
it was solid, but I loved
8.5.
6.
8
I loved,
bastards out of 10.
I loved episode 6 so much so.
I love the bastards.
Yeah, it's bad.
Nah, not 2 cents. Nah. She gets full score now. 3 snaps up in a Z formation on that. Come correct.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Lady D. Lady D, what is your rating, ma'am?
I'm gonna give it a 7. I liked it better than I liked last week, and the reason why is because of all of the information with the dragon seeds, but also what I really like to see are things that give me more information than what I have in the book. And so seeing Oscar Tully do his thing was awesome, even though it was probably Elmo or whoever. But seeing Oscar Tully do his thing was awesome. Seeing that, and I'm gonna call him Lord Foots. I don't care. I'm not gonna give him.
That's what I've been calling him.
Lord Foots. Seeing Lord Foots out here, like really, even though I'm not an Aegon fan, seeing that he was really trying to be on some Varys type stuff where it was like, okay, I want things to change, but I'm really trying to keep the realm together. I'm not trying to have it completely fall apart. Like. I appreciated that, and I like seeing that, because the reality is Aemon cannot be allowed to continue to rule. He can't. He's going to turn into Maegor. And so I like seeing what I feel like is sabotage and what he's doing with the king. I did not like Alicent traipsing off into the woods. Like, what is the point in that? But like, okay, whatever. I don't know what that was. But I enjoyed seeing what looks like the, not contention, but looks like the weirdness between Corlys and his 2 sons, right? Because now you have a son that is salt and sea. Like, quiet as it kept. Your first son, your twin, was not salt and sea. He wanted to traipse around the world, right, and fight wars. It wasn't about being on the ship and and that's just love for the sea. He just wanted to traipse around the world and fight wars and have fun. He's a spoiler rich kid. Your daughter, quiet as it kept, was like your wife. She was blood and fire. Your granddaughters are blood and fire, both of them. Even the one that doesn't have a dragon, she wants a dragon. And now you have one person, right, that actually did come from your body that you can say is salt and sea, and you didn't even ask him. He offered it himself. Like, I don't want a dragon. I'm salt and sea. This is who I am. So I really enjoyed seeing that. I like seeing the setup with the dragon seeds. I'm like seeing even though I don't like the fact that he said it, I like seeing that there was an issue with Jace and the dragon seeds, because now he feels threatened. Right, like that's not in any of the books. So just getting like a deeper understanding of what was happening during that time, and really fleshing out characters that maybe didn't have a lot of meat in the books that we read or in the stories that we read is what I really like. And so I'm gonna give this episode a solid 7, and I cannot wait to see the Winter Wolves next week.
Indeed. Mika, what you got?
Listen, I hate doing halves, because I can't justify a 9, but I feel like it's more than an 8. You know what I'm saying? I can't, like, it's not a 9, you know what I'm saying? But it's not an 8. So it's got to be an 8.5. And I hate doing halves. But I just like, it's like Lady D said, I like all the stuff that they're fleshing out from the little blurbs, little sentences we get in the book. The stuff they'd be like, oh, well, we don't know what's going on. And they provide the context of what's going on in the show. I like seeing that. I really had a ball with the dragons this episode. They were very entertaining. They were showing their uniqueness. They were so much fun. Out here playing around, being dragons. We had a nice, fun dragon episode, because people are always complaining, we need more dragons. I don't want to see more dragons unless they're like this, because they are dying. This is House of the Dragons. We're seeing the destruction of the dragons. They're dying at the end of this military series. And I don't want to. I want to see them happy and cute.
They're giving us something good to break our hearts later.
To break our hearts. To snap us in half like a Slim Jim. And I'm enjoying every single piece of the dragon happiness. But yeah, I can't wait for next episode. Are we still going to talk about the the trailer a little bit?
Sure.
Yes, I will put that up next.
Like I said, 8.5.
Real quick though, I did find this, and I thought it was very amusing. And when I shared this on Facebook, I said, "Baby, look," he said what he said.
That mine.
I've been flirting with you for weeks.
That's
Why
mine.
are you running?
This is the thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought that was very
And
comedic.
all cat owners in the world will understand this.
All right, so
we get an 8 out
let
of 5.
me.
Did Becks give her rating?
Yeah, I'm kind of like,
Yes,
it was
I
like
thought she did.
8.5. Like,
Mhm.
it's not quite a 9. Like, it was solid.
Mhm.
I had
Okay.
fun.
That's what I'm saying. I had fun.
I had fun.
Yeah. So
All right. Let's see. My rating, I forget what I gave it last night, but I'm gonna go with like a 7.5 to 8 on this one because to me, I felt a lot of it was filler. Now, while there were some nice crumbs that set the way and set some extra things in motion, it still left me with far too many questions. And the penultimate episode usually has a bit more action.
Yeah,
This.
it's true.
So,
right?
but I'm fairly certain they're going to give us something good next.
Like my
episode.
favorite Game of Thrones episode is Hard Home.
listen, that was great.
yes.
It didn't feel
That
like
was
Hard Home, or it didn't feel like a
nasty.
Battle of the Bastards, right?
I don't even think which episode was numbered. Was it the Green Council? Because like we didn't get we got 2 big things at the end of season 1. We got Melee's and the Dragon Pit, at the Sept, and we had Luke dying. Dying happened in episode 10.
Episode 9 was
Yeah,
Viserys
it was
dying. That was
10,
the Green
you're right.
Council.
Yeah.
The Green
That
Council.
was Green Council was Viserys' death was episode 9.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't feel like kind of a traditional hard home, like a big battle.
Yeah,
like,
it was like an oh shit, here we go moment. That's what it pretty much
where
was.
we had like
Oh, God,
dragons,
here we go.
like.
But
By
by the way, can I just say that the word penultimate gets on my nerves? Like it's kind of like sartorial. Those are the 2 words that really get on my nerves.
Sartorial. I think I knew that.
I'm
It'd
pretty
be
sure
like
I've been
sometimes.
very loud about it. Sartorial and
Okay.
oh, thanks so much, Jackie.
All right. Let me pull up the trailer. I do.
Whitney and I
Have
are
it
like very. Oh no,
started?
Whitney has 8.5. I'm 8.75. But I have to say, the last episode I gave it 9.25. So
I was up there with the last episode.
It was for me. That was such a great episode, and I know a lot of people thought it was filler, but I thought it was a great
I liked it a
episode.
lot.
Me
Hey,
too.
Lady D, I just want to show you my sadness real
I
quick.
still
I
liked
showed
it.
everybody else. Lady D, look at
9.8
this.
for
my
the
brand new book,
the Grags.
and they broke the spine.
Yeah, she's sending that shit back.
Wait.
I'm sending it back, and this
Hold
is the
on,
illustrated
hold on.
one. She did.
Yeah, look,
Beautiful, though.
show the
It's
folks.
really
Show the
beautiful.
folks.
Yeah,
Now-
they broke my spine.
Meeks, it didn't have a desk cover.
Mm-hmm.
Let me show you one that's intact.
It's weird.
This is the intact one. Like it was just
okay.
shipped like this.
No desk cover though.
This because it's the illustrated
Wow.
one, so it's like a little.
Yeah.
It has like
Isn't that
special
beautiful?
stuff on the front and back of it.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
That's why I
Can
wanted
can
this
you
one.
buy it at like a library, like a collection?
Well, these they're actively making because the illustrated ones only have 1, 2, and 3. So they're still making 4 and 5. So they come out
Yeah.
like on the anniversary that they were initially released. Whether I think it's like 10 or 15. How long ago is this? Hold on.
By the way,
I remember.
did you guys know? Did you guys see the behind the scenes that George's face is on one of the wewood
Yes.
trees?
I was like, let me
And-
see that tree. That's him. Yep.
You
I
know
didn't
what?
see it.
It is. It's totally him. And he comes out. He's so funny. He comes out like with his suspenders. And he's like, "Hi guys!" Like, oh, what's this? Like, he's really funny. He's just kind of a
Indeed.
cute. He's such a nerd. like all of us are.
9.8. Nice. All right. Let me get the trailer primed up. I have it played, and we'll take just another maybe 5 or 10 minutes or so, and see our thoughts and opinions on these things. Okay, so
if you don't care or if you want to keep stuff hidden, we're guessing about the next episode. I suggest you bow out because we're talking about stuff that could
yes,
happen in the next episode. If you don't want to know
spoilers. Thanks for being here. If you don't want to see this or hear the discussion on this segment, we'll see y'all next week on that. But 3, 2, 1. Let me get it up here.
And then I like dust under their feet. We march now toward our annihilation.
I have entrusted you with a power only few have known. We must strike while we have the advantage.
The Prince Regent is angry. There's no telling what he will do.
You wish to rule the Seven Kingdoms, but you rain ruin and death.
While you have mustered an army, Rhaenyra has faltered.
Pretenders raise new riders against us. I need you to fly with Stream 5 to battle. We will answer outrage. Outrage.
For every one of us who falls, 100 of them, there will be no mercy.
I'm dying to know what the fighting pits were.
Mm.
I know that I think Otto is one of the people thrown into the mud.
I couldn't tell. I thought that was a Lannister at first. I couldn't tell.
I saw it on
Yeah.
social media that he was the one thrown into the mud. And by the
Let me
way,
see if I
I
can
did think it
find
was
that
kind of
one.
weird that we didn't see Otto in this episode since
He's been missing ever since they called for
Aemon
him.
asked him to come back as
Yeah,
his
they have.
grandsire.
Otto was
I
like,
thought-
fuck this shit, I'm
King.
out.
I really thought we were gonna get him.
Ooh, look at the color there! Wow,
I know.
I don't think that's
apparently
Otto.
that's apparently Otto in the mud there.
I don't think so. It don't look like him.
It's
Right,
it,
oh,
must
yeah.
be, it must be a stupid, what do you call it? Fan theory.
Isn't
Wait, you know
Essos?
what?
Or
Here, go to the not him. Go to the next shot of the close up of the guy.
oh, the person on the ground? Yeah, on the
All right, wait, yeah, hold on.
just tap.
But
Is
look
it
at
the
that
Lannister
colorful,
from
look
the
at that
council?
colorful costume.
Tap.
Ooh, that hack
A little
did
more.
work.
This has to be over in Essos.
Yeah.
One more time. Look.
Fun fact: if you guys are trying to like go frame by frame on a YouTube video, if you use the comma and the period, you can go like backward or forward very easily instead of trying to find it scrolling with your mouse.
Yeah, DW says we didn't see him. We didn't
Wait,
see Otto
how-
because of the yogurt retreat.
Meeks, how far back did you want to go?
I think you passed him. We were just trying to get the guy in the mud because you get a full front with him falling like this, and you kind of can see his face.
Yeah,
in the
someone said
mud.
it was Otto.
All right, hold
I
on.
don't know.
It don't look like him to me.
It's probably both.
I'm pushing
I
all
don't
types of
think I
buttons
could
on my own.
tell.
Ah, baby, 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 baby,
There it
baby,
is.
baby.
There be the baby. Okay, no,
Yeah.
that's it's further back.
Dang,
than
like,
that.
listen, if I could figure out how to because I'm not on YouTube. I'm on my I need to be on YouTube because I could probably match you. Hold on. Do. Welcome to Do Love, such a perfect.
That's the twins
This
there.
is the twins, and
Those are the
I
wonder who
Heidi,
that
I think
is,
my-
or
I
whose
think
people
you're
those
right.
are. There's
I think-
Alan.
I think that is Otto. He's like the
well,
guy.
I don't know. That was like a
Oh,
yeah.
There we go.
Not him. In the next, like
This.
that one.
yeah,
That one.
he's
That's
Here?
the one that's saying is
here.
Otto.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Otto.
Why would
That's not Otto.
What?
That looks
Otto?
like
Why would
that
be
looks
Otto
like
then?
Lannister to me. That looks like the dude who's playing the
Sense
twin.
for it
Yeah.
to be it makes sense for it to be the Lannister guy from the council because he was
Oh,
sent
you're
to
right.
speak to the triarchy. Remember, I think.
Mm.
But isn't
Oh yeah.
He's been missing. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
because-
He's missing from the council.
So it
That,
makes
yeah,
sense.
the outfits that they're wearing, that's definitely somebody in Essos.
right? Well, I guess that's where I think Otto is.
Interesting.
I feel like Otto is coming. Either you'll see a line of greens marching with Tessarion. I think it's Tessarion up in the air. I think that's where Otto is,
Technically,
bringing him
it's
down.
Thailand.
That's another high tower that's leading that vanguard.
No, I think they're coming down with him because they know that
Oh.
because they were supposed to be in Old Town together because that's where
Yeah,
he said he
but
was going.
Well, but then like all the ravens they sent to Old Town and to Highgarden or Old Town and like Otto never answered. Like there was a
Yeah.
big question of
I
mark.
can't tell
where
whose
he
ships these are.
actually is.
I feel like that's the Triarchy.
That's what. Yeah. That's what.
Yeah,
I've been
and I
saying.
think that Otto's with like at the Triarchy.
I don't think
Yeah.
so because he wouldn't know to be there because he's
Well,
minding his business with
no,
the
don't-
one who's
But I
supposed to be
don't think
replacing
he
them.
is. I don't think he is.
I think he's ready. He's by Tessarion. He's by Damon's Darian's side, trying to get it together because he knows that the other two kings or the other two sons are lost cause.
Yeah, Jackie's saying it's a Tywin. It's Tywin Lannister.
Yeah,
that's what I think it is.
That's still
he has beard, I believe.
Could be.
But beautiful costumes.
I know, color.
And there's a
color,
guy
color.
with like there's a guy there with like a green blue beard and hair.
Yeah, like
that's the triarchy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because I literally just read something about them doing that in Essos.
Yeah, because didn't
Isn't that like Kentashi? Yeah, Dario had a blue beard.
A blue beard and hair. Yeah, but they changed it. They changed it in the show. This poor guy.
Covered.
Oh my god.
And down.
Anyway,
I can't tell what sigil this is because the mast is only halfway down.
That's the that looks like Aegon sigil.
Yeah, it looks
dragon.
like it is like the gold dragon.
They're gonna hurt our feelings next episode. The way it's looking.
And there's Uncle C and looking very sad. So that's not cool. And that's
his hand hit on his necka.
That's Rhaena for sure.
Mm-hmm. The hills are
alive.
The sound of music.
Yeah.
And that's the start.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
I love that musical. Don't
Her
judge
hair,
me.
by the way, is so much better this season. It doesn't
I just
look
wish that
last season it looked like she had a mop.
It
on
could
her head.
still. It could
needs
still
weight.
use a little more weight.
Yeah, that's what it needs.
But
Weight.
it does look better than season 1.
Yeah,
though.
and then
And where is Uncle C coming from here?
Corlys's hair looks better too. He's receding a bit. He's showing.
I have
age.
a thing where he could be coming from. Because I think if you
Where?
keep scrolling, you'll see a castle on fire. And I completely forgot that they did burn down.
Oh, do you think that's where he's coming from?
Yes, I think that's Driftmark, and I think he's just like shit.
Oh,
Yeah, they're betting the name.
Yeah. Okay,
There's,
hold on. So
Gawain.
this is
That's Gawain.
Yeah,
his name.
I'm wondering how this argument got started.
Because he was probably talking shit, and Gawain is tired. He'd be like, "But I'm tired. I'm dirty. I'm supposed to be clean.
lovers.
Do you
Come
see
on.
these shoes? Do you see my face? There's
You
no
think
cream.
they're
There's no scrub. There's no
lovers?
soap."
I mean,
Yeah, they are.
well, Crispy is the horror of Westeros, so yeah. I guess.
By
Could
the way,
be.
was
Could
anybody? Other people have mentioned this. It was really kind of a. It was a bit of like what do they call
That's
that?
Vagar.
In Shakespeare, they call that a little bit of relief not to have him in this episode.
I'm glad not to see him either. I'm tired of his face.
Yeah,
I-
nothing
I
against the
kinda-
actor.
The one thing I don't like, there's I don't know how to word it, but I don't personally like where they're taking Crispy.
I guess that's it.
Like there's something like a little too traumatized about him where it's like, you know, I don't buy it. Like don't make
So
me
you're-
feel sorry for this guy.
You're
Oh, no, I
talking
would never
like
feel
they're
sorry.
They're trying to create
I don't
some
feel
like
sorry
a little
for
bit
him.
of depth in him.
That's what you
like
get.
He has
That's where I
some-
am.
Maybe. Maybe.
No, I feel like he is just off in the corner.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean,
like him.
I wanted Kristen to be like off the hook, like, but I mean, they're giving it to Aemon, so
Yeah,
which is fine. I love
he's
it.
like he's a bit of a cartoon villain now.
It's
Someone
the eye
was saying-
patch for me.
Someone was saying in my chat, in the comments
Mm-hmm.
in my videos, that he changes his eye patch to reflect his mood.
Oh my god! Now I got to pay attention to it.
So
Yeah, now
I
we
didn't
have to
even
go back
notice.
and
So
see
it's like,
that.
so what? It's like, you know, a different color, or it's a different shape, you know, depending on his mood.
I
I
think
mean, he's
so.
a diva, so that makes sense.
I'm feeling a little bit melancholy today, so I'm going to wear the mahogany eye
I'm
patch.
spicing it up. We're gonna have the dashes in them this
I mean,
time.
yeah, that track. I think that tracks.
This
I
no, it
painted
doesn't
an
because
eyeball
he
on my
doesn't want
patch.
to show anybody his emotion, or maybe
No.
that's the one way like you can like actually guess
Mhm.
because he doesn't want anyone to know that
No.
he has feelings, especially mommy.
Yeah.
skipping.
Wayne Brady.
Listen, does he have to smack a bitch? He's
Is
looking
Wayne
like
Brady
he might
gonna
have
have
to.
to slice a
Going.
bitch?
He's gonna have to. He might have to. You know
It
what
was
I'm
funny
saying?
because my husband said that the actor who plays Freddie, who plays Gawain, is always a
Yeah, we
villain.
think it is
always,
Driftmark.
always. And I think he's pretty good in this show. I think he's pretty. You know, there's
I
a
like
little bit
him.
They've
I wanna
fleshed
see
him out
more of
pretty good, I
him.
think.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, do you guys ever do you watch the Great?
Oh, who is? Oh, he plays the.
He's the King of Sweden and the
The
Great.
Queen of Sweden and the Great. He's so good.
I don't think I've heard of that.
Oh, you're saying the Great or the Grape?
The
Okay, I'm
Great.
like the grape. I'm like
Yeah,
a grape,
the
like
Great
a
is
fruit.
like-
Yeah, I've not heard of that.
Oh,
It's about-
it's on Hulu.
Yeah.
It's a
Peter and Catherine the Great.
yeah. It's like it's
Okay.
Catherine the Great.
Oh, the comedy one where she
Yeah.
was like, "I don't think I could ever get
Yeah.
wet for you. I'm just dusty." That one, I remember seeing that.
Oh wow! Damn.
So good. It is so good.
How trash is the peen that she's always
Okay.
dry?
Bye, Lady D.
I feel bad for him.
Bye.
Right.
Bye.
Yes, bye. So yeah, we're getting ready to wrap up. Anyway, have a good night.
Well, I have
Hug
one
the
more
babies
thing.
for us.
One more question.
Well,
One more.
You have
point,
one more
because,
thing. What else?
Because
It was
Amy
was-
had mentioned that we're going to see the gullet at the end of the episode or beginning of season 3, and I'm thinking if they don't give us the major death at the end of that episode, we're going to see it at the beginning of season 3, like we saw a death at the beginning of season 2. So I'm thinking they might be pushing it out a little bit, which I'm okay with because
I think that tracks too.
Do we think that Helena's going to die in this next episode, or do we think that's going to like?
I feel like that's too early. If that makes
It is
sense.
just
I
feel
think
too
it's
early,
too
yeah.
soon. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
he's
one
pushing her out
thing-
though.
Just in the trailer when Alicent's like giving Aegon hell, Helena's standing in the background looking like, and I bet you that comes after when he initially says like, you have to get on your dragon, and she probably.
I feel
So,
like fuck you. You get on your you get on your dragon.
The way he's
but
looking
I
at her is like,
can
he smells
understand that
shit.
he's frustrated. They have a
Yeah.
dragon.
It doesn't feel like anything is happening with the Alice servers Aemon thing. Like that just seems to be maybe that will happen next year. I don't know. I think they're changing a lot of stuff.
I'm
Would
thinking
you
we're going to
like-
see a little bit of that, but I don't know if they're going to give us the resolution to that until like the beginning of episode 3
oh,
for
you're
sure.
just being
Yes,
like,
I mean,
TW,
season 3.
Totally agree.
Yeah,
Yeah,
by the
I
way-
think she'll make it to season 3 also.
oh yeah.
By the way, I've had a few people in my
Yeah.
comments who've commented that they don't like the costumes, and I'm like, totally whatever you want. Like,
What's wrong with
whatever.
them?
I don't know. They
Well,
don't
what do
like
they
them
think
as
is wrong
much.
with them?
They don't like them as much as Game of Thrones, and so this is the thing. Like, you're gonna have like the Game of Thrones people, and you're gonna have the House of the Dragon people. And I wasn't as crazy about last season of House of the Dragon. I think it's like, honestly, I'm gonna say personally that I think the costumes this season are super solid, and we may not have had a showstopper except for, I was to say, Jane Eyre. Her costume this episode, oh my god, Jane Eyre's costume, guys,
Yeah,
was
that gold,
stunning.
like that gold cape.
See, I'm more of a fan of Rhaenyra and her coats. Them coats with the
Rhaenyra-
angles.
Shows-
Rhaenyra,
yes.
absolutely, but Jane
Stealing
was like
one.
a surprise because we hadn't seen it. Like, we hadn't seen anything in the the advertisements, but they did it so quickly. Like, we didn't get to see it.
I don't think we're
but,
getting King's Landing.
But
No,
yeah,
not this.
Yeah.
I have to
Okay.
say that I think the costumes this season are really, really well done, and so big thumbs up from me.
I like them, but I'm also easily pleased, and I'm not a costume person. I just think they look pretty, and I like color, and I like the way the actors look.
Color
in
is
them.
good, and they did a really good job, like representing the sigils and representing the house colors, and I think
Yeah.
everyone. Yeah, I love Ray's costumes. This Jackie for sure. Her red outfit.
Oh yeah.
I think it's a
Bela is
standout outfit.
rocking the hell out of them fits too.
Yeah, I think her outfit this episode was amazing.
All right. So then, Heidi, what
Yes,
do you
ma'am.
have coming up, madam? I know you got some things going on.
Oh, okay. Well, I have you guys coming on my live stream. Oh, Meeks, do you want to come and join us on Thursday? It's no pressure. Only if
No,
you
no, I
want.
have to do a bunch of recording because
Totally
I made
fine.
the mistake of installing Fallout 4 on my computer and doing the mod that makes it Fallout London.
Good job.
Well,
So I have not watched anything I'm supposed to.
no problem. Okay, so I'm gonna have, but I am gonna have Rebecca, and I am gonna have AK. And the other thing is, I just did an interview with the costume designer for a new movie called Sing Sing, which is so good. I recommend everyone watch it. It's by A24.
Oh, they have the
Studio.
best ones.
It's
Is
so
it about?
good.
Is it about the prison?
It's about the prison. It's about a theater troupe within the prison of Sing Sing, and it's based on a true story. So Coleman Domingo is the lead in
Oh,
it.
say less.
He's amazing. And
Say
also, I
less.
have my review of episode 6, I think, is going to be out tomorrow. And then we'll have episode 7 out. And I will have the red dress on that, the red ensemble that Rhaenyra wears on that list. And that's it.
Oh, that's a dude that was on Fear the Walking Dead.
He was,
Okay.
yes. So he's the lead in it.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a really, really great movie. Highly recommend everybody see it.
I will check that out. Oh, and it stars many of the real performers too. Awesome.
It does, yes.
I like that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, Becks, you got anything coming up, ma'am?
No.
Becks the Cruel.
She's hanging with us.
Well, I'm just hanging out with Heidi. You guys, like,
She's like, I hang.
She's
I'm
a
just along for
bestie.
the ride. You know,
I understand, indeed.
From like my job, come hang out with you guys, and then I go back in.
Oh,
Yes, Dornish. Yeah, he's definitely good and everything. And Marissa, yes, that's the consensus that all of us have come to.
sadly.
Is that Laner is gone? Yeah.
For later.
Yes, indeed. All right, Meeksy, you have all the things, and everyone's links are below, you guys, so
Yeah.
you can find them
All the
very
things.
easily.
Listen, I started season 5 of Fringe, so that's literally the shortest
I love
season.
that show.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
getting ready to wrap it up. I'm not a fan of this season. I can tell you right now, season 5 is a struggle for me to get through because I'm just like, what the fuck are we doing? What the fuck are we doing?
Alternate.
Listen, but I am watching that. Of course, finish The Boys. What else I got? I swear to God, I say this every single time. I swear to God, I'm gonna finish Interview the Vampire. I swear to God, because I'm so intrigued now. I'm so intrigued.
dude, I haven't touched it yet either.
I am intrigued. I'm
Let's
watching
do it.
Avatar.
Let's do it. We got to do it.
I'm doing My Hero Academia.
Put it on the calendar.
What's it called? Solo Leveling is getting ready to start this week, so I'm doing those 3 anime. The games I'm playing: Baldur's Gate, Fallout 1, Fallout London, and I'm going to start a series playthrough of Dragon Age to prepare for the game coming out this fall. I'm trying to think.
Nice.
I feel like there's something else. Oh yeah, I started Sweet Home season 3, the K-drama, and I think that is where I bees right now.
Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed. And Jackie is also getting the links out here for you guys. So do remember to go check everyone out.
Bex, are you watching
For myself,
a vampire?
I haven't seen the new season,
Interview with the Vampire.
but I did
Interview
watch
with the
the
Vampire.
first season. I really, really, really like it.
So good.
Yes, indeed. Our boy Grey Worm is over there doing his thing.
Listen,
Sure
better do
is.
it.
All right. Did you have any more, Meeks? You good?
No, I'm good.
All
I
right.
had a cramp.
She's gonna send her.
I will be seen tomorrow again with Fandom D Saint and DJ Wun Wun on DJ Wun Wun's channel. Wednesday, me, Meeks, and most likely Sphinx. We'll be back to wrap up The Boys, the last 2 episodes, 7 and 8. And then Thursday, if all goes well, I'll be on with Heidi and another special guest. And after that, I think I actually have this Friday off. I could be misremembering something. I have to check the schedule. But yeah, and then we'll be back for Dragon Sunday and doing all this again.
Yeah, I'm trying to get
I'm
Tony
sure he
Teflon
would.
to come on Thursday. So hopefully, fingers crossed, he'll be there. Tony Teflon,
For sure.
the Dawn.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
this
so
is nice.
that is the show for the evening, folks. Thank you all for joining us, and thank you again, everyone. We're at 903 on the sub, so we got what is that?
It's the
Math.
final countdown.
Yeah, just under 100
97?
more,
97 more,
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Look, the rum is not allowing me to calculate right now. It's time. Yeah, it's school night, and now it's getting ready to be past our bedtime.
And when that does happen,
again,
and they
yes.
approve you have to go through and turn it on for all your videos. God's
Turn what? Oh, joy. That's going to be fun.
Yep.
Yay. All right. Anyways, yes. Thank you again for joining us, folks. Do come back on Wednesday and then definitely on Sunday and Monday for the 197. What? Okay, that's the number. Yes. Okay. Mathing. Yes. Thank you, Jackie.
That's a little
I
more.
appreciate that.
'Cause you're at right now.
It's
7.
Yes, 97. Because you're at
903.
900.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I was like,
It's okay.
what?
97, not 197. Yep, there you go. She corrected.
Thanks, Jackie.
Indeed. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Thank you, ladies, for being with me. It's always a fun time. You know we gonna do it again, of course.
I'm so
And
sad.
you guys always. Yes, there's only one more left. The long night is approaching once again.
Well, I mean,
But
they
we'll
said
get
that
through
the
it.
other one's supposed to be next year, so hopefully they can bounce us off when the hedge night.
Fingers crossed.
Boop, boop, boop.
Fingers crossed. We'll see how it
and
all
then
goes
the
down.
Lord of the Rings show will be out there.
Hallelujah.
It is coming back. Yes, indeed. We'll see. We'll be checking that out too.
Mhm.
All right. So be safe, y'all. Have a wonderful week. If you're not able to make any of the midweek streams, definitely gonna see y'all back Sunday. And while you're out there in these dragon streets, please remember, always bet on black. Peace.